You already know this is Pun Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless each and every one of y'all. Beautiful performance by Felix Verdejo. Ain't no pendejo. Felix Verdejo. Man, what a KO. What a knockout. Diablo. You know what I'm saying? That's when you say when the Spanish do something like that. Diablo. Coñazo. Le metió, tú sabes. Ay. Yo, what's good, H? Man. Feel it. But look at people getting live while I eat my banana. Jay, what's good? Man, there's a lot of drama going on in the YouTube world too. Oh man, we're gonna tap into that too. Man, drama in the air. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be talking about the America's most hated. Jerry Anderson is the best next Riddick Bowe. That's a good, okay. That's a good comparison so far. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about the most hated. I don't know. There's something going on around that LDBC. It ain't looking good for y'all right now. We're going to talk about that a little later if we get to it. On some gossip, chatter stuff. I don't know. No, gotta get my fruits in. We're going to talk about Gervonta Davis, Keith Thurman, Deontay Wilder, Ryan Garcia, the most hated Americans right now. Why? We're going to tap into it. We're going to see what's the reason. And I'm going to debunk all the reasons why. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you who created these narratives. And I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't be hating these folks. Yep. Let's start with the guy that's been hated the most. With the guy that's been hating the longest. Keith Thurman. What's good, Sporting Advantage? What's good, my brother? Let's talk about these Americans' most hated fighters. Guido, what's good? Smash the like button. Smash the like button now. Oh, come on, H. You gonna start that again? Yo, H, man, I saw the comment box after the interview. Man, you really just spoiled the whole comment with that, man. You on that like for days, bro. That ain't look good, man. They ain't look good for the page, man. A good interview. And all in the comment box I saw, people was like, yo, check your comment box. I'm like, come on, man. It ain't look good, man. You ain't helped the brother on that one. No, I would like it when I'm doing something, when I'm doing an interview and a boxer comes up. I mean, we could act accordingly also in the comment box, man. They ain't a good look, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about these Americans and why they hate it, who created the narrative, why these narratives are creative. Why are we really hating these dudes? Now, I'm not going to say we, but I'm talking about. So we're going to start off with Keith Thurman because I think he's the one that's been hated the longest out of Deontay Wilder, out of Gervonta Davis, out of Ryan Garcia. Keith Thurman. I'm gonna tell you like this. It all started out. Yo, what's good, Glenn? The hate all started out because he wasn't kissing Floyd Mayweather's ass like other young fighters. What's up, Kalua? That's how it started. Because Keith Thurman was in position to fight Floyd Mayweather or whoever was holding the WBA strap. Let me take you back to memory lane, ladies and gentlemen, because I see in a lot of channels, I see a lot of tweets. Everybody's on Keith Thurman. Everybody want to hate on it. Everybody, oh my God, because he said about what he said about Earl Spence, that if he don't fight me, he should lead the division. Everybody want to go on the hate Keith Thurman wagon. Let me take you back to memory lane, because I heard some BS about the same old dumb narrative about Keith Thurman ducking Earl Spence. Keith Thurman never ducked Earl Spence, and I'm going to tell you how it happened. What's good, Antonio? Let me take you back to memory lane. Let me take you back to the guy that has been ducked the most out of this generation. Let me take you back to memory lane. 2013, ladies and gentlemen, Keith Thurman beat Diego Chavez to become the interim. And you know what? This is going to land on relevancy right now. And y'all going to understand me here. And especially, it's going to look good for the people that supports Devin Haney. Watch how it comes back around so you can understand what's going on. I'm going to make it come back around, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to make it come back around so it can make sense. And I give my formal apology also to Devin Haney on this one too. But check this one out. I'm going to just make the statement and I'm going to go in the beginning. I'm going to come right back around. Remember, a lot of people was mad that Lomachenko didn't fight Devin Haney because he got in position as an interim and thought he was a mandatory, right? Remember, oh, whoa, it's Lomachenko. You know those channels that be going out, Lomachenko, right? Okay, the same channels that go to Lomachenko contradict themselves in going after Keith Thurman. I'm going to hit you with it right here. Just remember this. H, okay, you're a Haney guy. Just remember this. The same, they don't keep it consistent. The same channels out there, you know who they are, that go after Keith Thurman, yet go at Lomachenko. But watch how watch the hypocrisy right here. People feel like Lomachenko should have been fighting Devin Haney, that Devin Haney got a position to fight Lomachenko, right? Okay. Keep that energy right there. Boom. Let's go back. 2013. Keith Thurman, Loma Duck. Keep that right there, H. I want you to keep that right there. Keith Thurman, 2013, beat Diego Chavez. Became the interim, the number one rated mandatory to whoever's holding the WBA. A lot of people be like, yo, Punch, you crazy. Come on, man. Keith Thurman wasn't dug by Floyd. Who was Keith Thurman to get dug by Floyd? Remember? Who was Keith Thurman to get dug by Floyd? Who was Devin Haney to get dug by Lomachenko? Remember this. I'm going to make it come back around. And I'm going to end this hypocrisy. Now, he beat Diego Chavez. Who had the belt? Paulie Malignaggi. I remember. Don't duck me, son. Don't duck me, son. Paulie Malignaggi. Remember? He had the belt. He went for the money. He avoided Keith Thurman. Went to fight. What's good, Junior? What's good, Kalua? Devin become 5-time. Yeah. Peep this. Paulie Malignaggi beat. He fought Broner. Broner beat Paulie Malignaggi. Okay, now it's supposed to be Keith with Tom Thurman versus Broner. WBA mandatory still. First avoided. First duck. If y'all want to call it duck, I don't like to say duck, but first avoid. Okay. Put him on an IG avoided. Keith with Tom Thurman to fight Broner. Boom. Broner. Here we go. Maidana was supposed to be fighting Keith with Tom Thurman, right? He pulled out of that fight so he could fight Adrian Broner. Remember, Maidana was supposed to be fighting Keith with Tom Thurman. He pulled out of that fight to fight Adrian Broner. Boom. Adrian Broner didn't fight Keith with Tom Thurman. Fought Marcos Maidana. Marcos Maidana won. Second avoided. Remember, Keith with Tom Thurman is WBA mandatory. Just remember, ladies and gentlemen. Second avoided. Now, Maidana fights, hey, Floyd Mayweather. Ooh, Floyd Mayweather. Guess who beat Maidana? Floyd Mayweather. Boom. There you go. Now, this is when Keith with Tom Thurman is calling out Floyd Mayweather. You know why he's calling out Floyd Mayweather? Because he's in position to fight Floyd Mayweather. Regardless how you may feel, regardless if you say Keith Thurman was green, regardless, in the end of the day, he put himself in position to fight Floyd Mayweather or whoever was holding the WBA. Guess what happened? The rematch. There was no rematch clause to fight Maidana. So, Floyd Mayweather avoided Keith and Tom Thurman. Boom. Third avoided. Y'all want to talk about being ducked? This man been in position, right? Floyd Mayweather beats Maidana again. Guess what happened? Keith Thurman keeps calling out Floyd Mayweather. What does Floyd Mayweather do? He puts in the Earl Spence. You want to fight me? Fight Earl Spence. Now, around that time, that Maidana beat, that Floyd Mayweather beat Maidana, Earl Spence was not even ranked in the top 20, was not ranked in the WBC, was not ranked in the WBA. The only ranking was in the IBF. Meaning that Earl Spence is nobody for Keith Thurman to even pay attention to. Go do your homework and check it out. For the people that be like, well, Earl Spence been calling out Keith Thurman since 2015. He was not in position to call out Keith and Tom Thurman. He was not even in position. Keith Thurman ain't even looking backwards. Go look at the rankings, and you will see that Earl Spence was not even ranked in the top 15. Let's keep going. Guess what happened? The WBA. What did the WBA do? They elevated Floyd Mayweather. Oh, let's bring it to the future today. The WBC elevated Lomachenko. You get it? You got it? The same people that feel like Lomachenko, that they elevated Lomachenko and it's not fair for Devin Haney, the same channel wasn't saying that it's not fair that they elevated Floyd Mayweather and Keith Thurman didn't get that shot. The hypocrisy. You know who those channels are that hates on Keith and Tom Thurman at the expense of the Earl Spence and the Floyd Mayweather, because, of course, you know who they are. But ain't nobody was saying nothing about that. Right? So here we go. In the WBA, this is how political it goes. The only way that you become a super champion is the only way that you be elevated as a super champion if you make 5 straight defenses. Did Floyd Mayweather make 5 straight defenses for the WBA? No. He won it, rematched, and they elevated him. So he won't have to face Keith and Tom Thurman. Now the hate is coming that Keith and Tom Thurman is calling out Floyd Mayweather. All the young dudes in the sport of boxing love and clam over Floyd Mayweather. Guess what? Keith and Tom Thurman ain't kissing Floyd Mayweather's ass. The hate is real, right? It's coming because he ain't kissing nobody's ass. He's not Earl Spence. He's not Adrian Broner. He's not Danny Garcia. That Danny Garcia even went to the club with Floyd Mayweather. Remember in Philly? Remember? Out of the young crew of the young era, Keith and Tom Thurman ain't kissing Floyd Mayweather's ass. He's talking ish. He wants that smoke. He wants to fight. So his mouth, of course, and you already know Floyd Mayweather got a lot of fans as well. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Guess what? He sacrificed to Earl Spence. Now, then people started talking about Earl Spence and Keith and Tom Thurman. Now, I'm going to say it again. Just because you call out somebody, I did a video about it, that doesn't mean you have to fight them. That doesn't mean you're a duck. This ain't school playground. Now, Floyd Mayweather fights Manny Pacquiao. Unification bout. Okay. Keith Thurman got to pull back. Oh, remember, he got elevated. Then he got elevated as a regular champion. Thus, Lomachenko got elevated. This guy, Haney got elevated as regular champion. You get it? What happened to Devin Haney happened to Keith and Tom Thurman. So guess what? He got ducked by Paulie, by Broner, by Maidana, by Floyd. We're not going to count the unification bout with Manny Pacquiao because, of course, that was just two. But guess what? After that, we're looking for Floyd Mayweather. Who's he going to fight? Now, think about it in the last telecast. Look at the fight with Manny Pacquiao and look at the fight with the Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. After the fight with Jim Lackley and Roy Jones, they call out a couple of names that Floyd Mayweather could fight next. Guess who they was mentioning, ladies and gentlemen? Guess who they was mentioning, ladies and gentlemen? Keith Thurman or Kell Brook. Woo! That's how in position Keith Thurman was. And guess who Floyd Mayweather fought for his finale? Andre Berto. So think about it. People want to talk about Earl Spence being ducked. People want to talk about fighters being ducked. Keith Thurman been the duckest, most avoided fighter still in this era. Why? I just proved it to you. He's been in position as a mandatory. Paulie ducked him. Remember, don't duck me, son. Broner avoided. Maidana avoided. Of course, it's Floyd Mayweather. You're going to take the Floyd Mayweather fight, but he's still in position. Floyd Mayweather got the rematch. Wasn't supposed to get the rematch. Avoided Keith and Tom Thurman. Manny Pacquiao, we're not going to count that. Then Andre Berto avoided 5-time in position. Guess what? Did Keith Thurman really get a shot? Did Keith Thurman actually got a shot at a title? No. The real shot that he got was in 2017 in the unification bout versus Danny Swift Garcia. Now think about it, y'all. He's been in position after beating Diego Chavez 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. 5 years. Let's say 4 in position. And he got avoided. 4 to 5 years, y'all. In position. And ain't getting no title shot. Think about that. Think about that. For the people that want to talk all that crap about, Keith and Tom Thurman was ducking. Why y'all saying that he's ducking Earl Spence? He's being ducked. He's striving for the Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. He's looking up. He ain't looking down at no Earl Spence at that time. Now let's move it along. Keith and Tom Thurman beats Danny Swift Garcia unification bout. Punch, you ain't never lied. Talk to me, Junior. I'm spitting facts. This not even debatable. These are facts. Now, he gets injured. He has surgery. Now, when somebody has surgery, they're on the shelf. They ain't ducking nobody. They have surgery. Now, I understand that a lot of people in the sport of boxing, things like these fighters are just machines. Like, no, they can't get hurt. No, they can't have no broken bones. No, they can't have no surgery. They can't have no tweaks. They can't have no cleanup surgery, nothing like that. No, because they robots. March 2017, he won the unification bout versus Danny Swift Garcia, had surgery the next month. He would go on Earl Spence, beats Kell Brook in May, 2 months later. Everybody's saying, oh my God, Errol Spence is ducking. I'm sorry. Keith Thurman is ducking. He's injured. He has surgery. That ain't no duck. That means he's injured. Whether you like it or not, that's injured. Let's keep on going. Keith Thurman gets injured. He's had surgery. That he tried to come back, gets injured. He's out for nearly 2 years, a year and 10 months. Coming back for his fight. Of course, he's not going to fight a big fight. He's going to fight Josecito Lopez. In the midst of that, in the middle, he drops his WBC title and he drops it to Daniel Garcia and Porter to fight. Here we go. I debunk that he held the welterweight division on lock. No, he vacated the belt for people to get a chance to be a champion. He ain't had to vacate nothing, but he did. Right? My question is, what Thurman doing to get injured? Well, what everybody does to get injured. If you're a basketball player, you play. If you twist your ankle, it's your fault. Come on. It's sports. You can't get injured in boxing? Like you can't get injured now in boxing? Now, let's move it along. Errol Spence fights Lamont Peterson. Right? And remember, Errol Spence was never ducked. You know why he was never ducked? Because as soon as he got in position, as soon as he became a mandatory, nobody ducked him. Kell Brook took that fight. He didn't need to wait like Keith Thurman almost 5 years to get a title shot while being in position as a mandatory. Ladies and gentlemen, you being fooled whoever came up with this narrative of Keith Thurman ducking anybody. His resume speaks for itself. Look at his last 4 opponents. Manny Pacquiao, Josecito Lopez, Daniel Garcia, and Porter. That doesn't seem like a resume he's ducking people. But these channels that got a lot of followers change the narrative because they hate Keith Thurman because they love Errol Spence so much. So it's to make Keith Thurman look like a lot of people now look at him, a guy that avoided fighters and things of that nature. Get the hell out of here. The same thing they did with Daniel Garcia, the cherry picker. Cherry picker, look at his damn resume. One of the most prestigious resumes in the sport of boxing. Are you coming back, Keith? He's coming back. Let me keep on going. I mean, debunk this narrative that Keith Thurman is ducking. Keith Thurman shouldn't even be hated. Now, came with Josecito Lopez, of course, almost 2 years. You want this man to get a tune-up. And put it this way, even if Keith Thurman didn't get injured, after the back-to-back with Porter and Daniel Garcia, he was due an easy fight. He was due a tune-up. If you even listened after the fight that he would get easy fight, you think he was going to fight Errol Spence after Porter, Daniel Garcia, and then Errol Spence? No, boxing don't work like that. You know it's not going to be happening. But anyway, he got injured, bro. Boom. Josecito Lopez, that was a good type of tune-up. And guess what's next? He said, oh, it's a comeback, my comeback year, right? It's a comeback year. He still feel rusty, right? But who falls in his lap? Who falls on the table? Manny Pacquiao, a guy that Errol Spence wouldn't avoid, a guy that Sean Porter wouldn't avoid, a guy that Bud Crawford wouldn't avoid, Daniel Garcia wouldn't avoid, Ugas wouldn't avoid. Nobody was going to pass on Manny Pacquiao if they had the chance that Keith Thurman had. Correct the mundo? So if you want to call that one a duck, okay. He avoided Keith Thurman avoided Errol Spence to fight Manny Pacquiao. Okay, you got that one. Now, does it make sense? Now tell me, when did Keith Thurman ducked or avoided Errol Spence? When? And why the hate is coming? Oh, He's not hungry like he was before. Oh, of course. He can't have the same demeanor also because he's in the top. He ain't calling nobody out because everybody's calling him out. Think about it. He can't be Don't Duck Me, son, because Sean Porter, Danny Swift Garcia, Earl Spence, Bud Crawford is calling out Keith Thurman. He's the guy that they was calling. What you talk? You understand what I'm trying to say? So no, he's not gonna have that same type of Don't Duck Me, son, because he's not hunting no more. They hunting him. What's good, friends? Punch. Haters are coming because haters gotta hate. Exactly. So I got you. The Keith Thurman hate. That's it. I ended it right here. So for those people that hate Keith Thurman, and I was in it. Look, if you look at my Twitter feed, me and Ellerby was going at it. Check out my Twitter feed, Mr. Moonshine. Me and Ellerby was going at it. Mayweather Promotions. This is the second time he couldn't handle the smoke of Mr. Moonshine. This is the second time he couldn't handle the smoke. Because I speak truth. Go on my Twitter feed, Mr. Moonshine, and see the engagement I had with Mayweather's Promotions, Ellerby. Eric Coach said nobody wants to see Crawford versus Spence. Keith injuries really hurt his career. Yeah, man, it really did hurt his career. It really did. But you know what? Who did anything more significant than Keith Thurman while he's out? A lot of people want to talk ish about Keith Thurman. But who did anything more significant? I'm not talking about, yes, Earl Spence matched them in accomplishment, but did he did anything more significant than Keith Thurman? No. So why the hate's coming from? Because somebody calls somebody out? That's not the way boxing work. And it's funny that the same people that's saying that knows that these guys are managed and advised by Al Heyman. Managed and advised by Al Heyman. Who calls the shot? Al Heyman. Who draws the contract? Al Heyman. Who you should be mad at? Al Heyman. Al Heyman, Al Heyman, and Al Heyman again. Let's move it on. There's no reason why anybody should be hating Keith Thurman. There shouldn't be no reason why he's the laughing stock. There shouldn't be no reason why, because he said you got to fight me, Earl Spence, and people be like, oh, no, now, he turned the tables around and now he want Earl Spence. Now he want Earl Spence. He ain't need no Earl Spence yet because Manny Pacquiao sat in his lap. That fight was on the table. Now, if you want to call that a void, okay. An official void. Let's call it what it is. Keith Thurman avoided Earl Spence to fight Manny Pacquiao. Really? That's like saying Maidana avoided Keith Thurman to fight Floyd Mayweather. It's understood, right? It's understood, right? Kalua, people are allowed to hate Keith Thurman because he's PBC. Yeah, but you know what? Keith Thurman's like PBC stepchild, though. He don't get a pass with the channels that support PBC. You know who I'm talking about. I shouldn't be. We all know we're all boxing heads, and when we see things on YouTube, you know what PBC fighters are protected. Now let's move on to the next guy that's hated. Let's move on to Deontay Wilder, one of the most hated. A man that has knocked out every almost single man, knocked down, put down, started at the age of 19, 20, managed to go to the Olympics, represent our country, bringing the bronze, the bronze bomber. Knocking everybody out. When in boxing, and especially when you're thinking about the heavyweight division, we're thinking about knockouts. We're thinking about knockouts. What the hell people talking about? Oh my God, Deontay Wilder can't box. He can't. He doesn't have good technique. The technique is knocking everybody out. That's what he's doing. What do you want? What you want to see? Him tippy-toe his way to victory? Huh? What you want to see? This is mind-boggling right here. Every time I hear the same ish, even by boxing pugilist. Oh, Deontay Wilder don't got no skills. He just hammers it. He's knocking everybody the F out, y'all. I don't give a damn about his boxing skills. What the hell y'all want to see if he's knocking everybody out? What do you want to see? Answer me, please. What the hell do you want to see when the guy is knocking everybody out? Well, you're going to be like, well, I don't like that knockout. He just hit him so hard. I want him I want to see a 12-round bout with Deontay Wilder. I want to see a bout. I want to see his jab. I want to see him, control the 3-minute intervals. I want to see skills there. That's what you want to see when he's knocking people out. Doesn't make any sense. People hate for the stupidest reason, the most idiotic reason I can even think of. Deontay Wilder knocking everybody out. No, he doesn't have any boxing skills. No. He only has the 1-2. No, he only has the right hand. No, just the right. That's all he has. No, he doesn't have any skills, and then he knocked a dude out in the first round. Well, no. He doesn't have any skills. He knocks another guy out. No. He doesn't have any skills. He knocks somebody else again. He knocks somebody else again. Knockout ratio, the best in the history in the sport of boxing. History in the sport of boxing. And you want to talk. You want to see him box around and finesse his way to victory. That's what you want to see. That's what y'all want to see. Somebody finesse his way to victory. Really? That's what y'all want to see. Deontay Wilder finesse his way the way Tyson Fury did versus Klitschko. That's what y'all want to see from Deontay Wilder, because that's what we missed, right? That's what we really missed. We actually missed two giants tippy-toeing around the ring and pillow punching each other. That's what we want to see. No, because you're not satisfied with Deontay Wilder knocking people out. You're not satisfied by seeing a knockout. I don't understand the boxing fans. I don't understand the hate. It's mind-boggling. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. I know it's happy hour Thursday with Punch on Boxing, but damn, you can't be drunk every day. I don't care that Deontay Wilder does not box like Anthony Joshua. I do not give a damn if you don't box like Tyson Fury. Everybody got their skills. That's the beauty of the heavyweight division. That is like a buffet. You get something different, but it's still good. You get the Anthony Joshua of the world. Now you got Usyk. Now you got Andy Ruiz. You got Parker. You got Dillian White. You got Tyson Fury. You got Anthony Joshua. You got Pulev. You got all these different type of elements and all these ingredients in the heavyweight division. And you want Deontay Wilder to box around and show you that he's a great boxer. While we was caught in the heavyweight division was in a coma because it was boring. It was no action. It was no knockouts. It was no freakish knockouts. But here comes Deontay Wilder knocking every man that he ever faced, highlight reel, and you want him to box. Because that's what you want from the heavyweight division. Someone to box around and throw the jab and the 1-2 real soft and use movement and just go a whole 12 round and be a gentleman, a gentle clinch and let go. And the boxing pros are haters, bro. It's like I said in the other day. It's like I said the other day. Do people watch boxing to hate? It feels like it. Do you have a boring life, or do you have so many downfalls in your life that you need to see somebody's downfall? But you manage to try to witness warriors and just devalue them, discredit them. punch. You can't. You please flame for being a duck. Hold on, I got y'all. Boxing bros drop facts. I do like technical fighter better than knockout artists. I feel you, Fall. Fall. I feel you. I feel you. But you can downplay knockouts. You can't downplay it. Can you imagine? Just imagine yourself in a fight. Just imagine yourself in a fight. Like, yo, Fall, you about to fight this dude. You in a club. He touch a girl's booty. Y'all about to scrap. And you knock him out. And the whole crowd goes, yo, that's what happened when you touch that girl's booty. That's what happens. And what you going to be, Fall? You going to be like, well, man, I didn't want to knock him out. I really just wanted to fight him for a good 12 round and show him that I got some skills and technique. No, you want to knock the hell out of this person. You want to knock him out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is boxing we're talking about here. This is boxing. This is boxing, y'all. This is life or death. There's no playing around here. This ain't no damn figure skating here. This man is trying to hurt me. I ain't trying to box him around. I ain't trying to hear working on overtime. I ain't getting time and a half in the ring. Deontay Wilder ain't getting no time and a half in the ring. He want to knock you out. That's it. That's it. That's all I want to see. Come on, y'all in the comment box. Come on. Stop that, man. Now I'm watching the comment box, man. Come on, man. Stop spreading all that, man. Yo, this is a small world, man. This is a small world, man. Y'all dudes gotta be careful, man. For real. That's what I'm talking about, Camon. Talk to me. What's good, bro? Hope you're doing good, my brother. Yo, Mr. Moonshine Casimiro, not gonna happen. Yo, to be honest, Casimiro was I don't think, I think it's looking fishy now, man. I don't really think it's gonna happen. Yo, France, what's good? Now, why are you apologizing for? If Canelo fought the level of competition, why the had he not have 100% ratio? Nah, it's not even about that, Kalua. You know what it is? Is that we have to respect the journey also. If we understand that Deontay Wilder started real early, right? Maybe he used Deontay Wilder wasn't supposed to be Deontay Wilder. So we got to credit. So yeah, you look at Deontay Wilder's opponent, but you got to look at who Deontay Wilder was. Deontay Wilder is supposed to be projected like the dude, like his opponents. You understand what I'm trying to say? Deontay Wilder supposed to be his opponent's criteria. That's my point. So we can't be looking at Deontay Wilder and be like, oh, look at his opponents. Deontay Wilder was not supposed to be in his level. But he's in this level because he's special and he got something that other people don't possess. We have to credit that. That's all I'm saying. We got to credit that. Everybody want to look at, we could look at almost everybody's resume. Their resume ain't cute. Look at Brandon Lee's resume. Look at Kell Brooks' resume on the come up. Look at a lot of these people's resume, man. I'm not here to discredit people. I'm here to set the record straight with when people try to discredit other fighters like a Keith Thurman. Because a guy like that and a guy his resume and a guy his accomplishment shouldn't be even hated. For what? He gave you 3 fights where the three fights where even the Josecito Lopez fight, it was still action-packed. Think about it. Even the Josecito Lopez fight was action-packed. He don't even give nobody no boring fights. Deontay Wilder lost one time. One time. One time. One time. A dude that started off at that age, look at what he has accomplished. That's not normal. We're not going to give credit. Oh, he only has a 1-2. Guess what? That 1-2 probably is all he needed to get up to this point. So is his 1-2? Can we say he has the best 1-2 ever? There's no reason to hate a guy like Deontay Wilder. There's no reason to hate the Keith Thurman. Let's move on to the next guy. Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis, 26 years old. Now, I know and understand he's been enabled. If you hate Gervonta Davis, you may hate that 3 out of his last 4 fights, he came unprepared. Very unprofessional. We might not like the way he does things outside the ring, that he don't seem like he looks in shape. But when he comes inside the ring, aside from that Gamboa fight, he knocks everybody out. Now his hate comes because he in cahoots with Floyd Mayweather. And just like Gervonta Davis could adopt the fans of Floyd Mayweather, he adopts the hate of Floyd Mayweather. Anybody that Floyd Mayweather is around is going to get hated, is going to adopt his hate. If you're around him for too long, yo, good looking out, John. Thank you very much, man. God bless you, my brother. This live is live the topic. More of these, bro. Thank you, man. I try to come up with these topics and these type of content. Thank you very much, man. Me and my family appreciates that. Everybody smash the like button. Smash the like button. Thank you very much, brother. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Cinnamon, yo, what's good, bro? Derek, Dragon, what's good? L-Dog, what's good? So Gervonta Davis is actually adopting the hate of Floyd Mayweather. Now, of course, he didn't make fans when he had that incident, that physical altercation with his baby mama. It ain't look good. It's going to haunt him because a clever fighter that's going to fight him is always going to bring that up. It's always going to be the woman beater. It's always going to bring that up if they clever and sell themselves. Ryan Garcia is going to bring it up. They fight Gervonta Davis. Devin Haney might bring it up if he fights Gervonta Davis. Teofimo Lopez might bring it up if he fights Gervonta Davis. He's a woman beater. See? And that's on camera. That went viral. That's never going to go away. He could take it back. He could apologize, but the world might not apologize. So probably his hate is kind of valid. I'm not saying you should be hating anybody, but I can understand the unprofessionalism of Gervonta Davis and it's really not to us, but when you miss weight, you're also disrespecting your opponent. You're disrespecting your opponent. You know? So in the Mayweather promotion, they're always saying, you know, he's young, he will learn from his mistakes. But you know what? He's a grown man with kid. I don't want to hear that type of excuse anymore. Yo, Glenn, what's good? Glenn, what's good? Yo, why aren't we not talking about Vendejo and his great performance this evening? Yo, I said that in the beginning of the live, but we're gonna be talking about that. You know, I got the intro. Then I'm gonna time people in. You feel me? We're gonna be talking about that great performance of Vendejo, Tito Trinidad style. Tito Trinidad style came back strong. Is stronger than ever. The 135 man is deep. Is deep like my bacon upgrades. Yo, good looking out, Glenn, man. Thank you for the support, my brother. Thank you for the support. Glenn, everybody need to talk about. We're going to be talking about that, Guido. Don't worry. We're going to be talking about that. Tito Trinidad style. That's what we needed. Remember, we've been talking about, we're going like, yo, when's the next Puerto Rican going to become? When's the next Puerto Rican, man? Where he at? We need it. Every era has their Puerto Rican. Damn it, Vendejo made a statement today. Man, he popped that bubble in a bubble. He popped that bubble in a bubble. Let's go. Hey, all right, let's go back to the hated American boxers. So Gervonta Davis, man, what he needs to prove is his professionalism. I don't think there's nothing that has to do with, again, I say it 1,000 times. Gervonta Davis got all the skills in the world. He's a special fighter. He's a special kid. He's a special breed. But the only thing that we could do, that people do critique, and he gives us the leeway to critique it because he does some stupid-ish, is his unprofessionalism. But also, we need to give him a chance in this sense that, yo, even I was like, what the hell he's doing in Baltimore, Dirk Bite? He should be in the TMT gym working with Floor Mill. He got to be in the gym. And then finally he's in the gym. And regardless, I know the highlight was that he was whooping Red Catch's ass. I know the sparring should have never got out. I don't know. This new generation, I thought sparring, you keep it in sparring. But I guess it's a new generation where they just want to expose everybody. You gotta be ready. It look like you gotta sign some contracts before something get out. I would like to see the sparring matchup with Errol Spence and Floyd Mayweather. They always talking about that story. I wish those tapes come out. In America, they hate boxers who ain't black or Mexicans. Yeah, friends, beautiful. So Gervonta Davis got to clean that. He got to clean his act outside of boxing, outside of the square circle. He got to clean that act. A lot of people ain't going to forget about his drama with his baby mama. People ain't going to forget about the only thing when we talking about Leo Santa Cruz and Gervonta Davis, we just thinking about, is he going to come in weight? Is he going to make weight? That's what we thinking about, because his unprofessionalism has gone to epic proportion now. It's like we don't believe in him. We don't trust him. The WBA even enabled his nonsense because they gave him 2 hours to make that fight with Gamboa. Never in the history of boxing I heard them giving a fighter 2 hours to make weight. Damn, you could run a half marathon and come back solid. Come on. Intangible was good. Stay on Twitter for days. They got hacked. Johnny, where you at? Why would anyone hate on Loma? He's an accurate, entertaining fighter. You know why they hate on Loma? Because they love somebody else, so they need to hate him to validate the other person that they love. You feel me? So let's move on to the next guy that's hated. Let's move on to Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia. So the guys I talked about already is Keith Thurman. I already debunked his hate. It's all fake. It's narrative that's pushed by these damn channels that's on Earl Spence Bolas. And because it's on or spins bolas, they want to hate Keith Thurman. The hate for Deontay Wilder is foolish. Even if you're talking about a lot of people, oh, his excuse. Deontay Wilder still haven't even come out and say nothing. Wait till Deontay Wilder come out and say something, and then you could actually, give your opinions. But remember, it's these channels that's coming out with what the alleged glove gate and things of that nature. It's not Deontay Wilder haven't come out. If he would have came out, somebody was suing him for defamation, right? So he ain't come out. So don't hate him because you hate the other channels. Because I understand those other channels is giving him a bad name because we already know what they do. We already know why they hate it. And we're going to be talking about that later because that's some YouTube-ish going on. LDBC is named straight up. Guido. Is it somebody? What they said? Somebody was they got a damn, I even know the dude's name. I was seeing it. Damn, what it was? What it was? Anybody just fill me in right quick so I'm getting a brain freeze. Who's that dude in the channels that calling a pedophile, something like that? Who's that? What group he's affiliated with? The best technical boxer ever, Archie Moore. Gotta get credit to Archie Moore. What a warrior, man. He was fighting since he was 192. Archie Moore was fighting 192. He's like the Kemi Mutombo, of boxing. Props to Archie Moore, man. For everybody in there, mama. For 7 decades or something like that. Intangible. How many decades did Archie Moore fight? 5? Look like he fought a whole century. I feel like Archie Moore was there in the beginning of boxing. Right? That's how I feel. Archie Moore was there in the beginning of boxing. Yeah, I think her name is H Knee Pads. Oh man, you guys, man, on the comment box, man. That's what sometimes I gotta not see the comment box because it loses my train of thought. So I'm not gonna check the comment box. Y'all crazy. Talk about John. Nah, I ain't gonna be talking about that. What you talking about, H, man? Man, that's not beef, brother. That ain't my beef. That's your beef, bro. You handle that. I don't know nothing about that. I don't get nobody personal business like that, brother. You handle that. That's your beef. Johnny has treat me with respect, brother. I respect people that respect me, man. Johnny boy has treat me with respect. You gotta handle your own beef on that one. The most hated boxers are flyweights. Nah, man, these are the most hated boxers. And Ryan Garcia, just because he knows his worth, is hated. Just because his worth, because he knows his worth, he's hated. Or maybe because you feel like he could get your girl. Or maybe because he knows how to market himself. Or maybe he's just doing something new that everybody else can do. That's what it is. Because he's probably not trying to take no pay cut. And hey, I ain't trying to take no pay cut out of my life. And I know y'all ain't trying to take no pay cut out of your life. And guess what? Probably the job that we do is not risking our lives. So if Ryan Garcia knows there's money in the pot for him to get paid, but they trying to shortchange him, then nah. Remember, these guys don't even need a fight if the money ain't right. These ain't, I'm gonna tell you like this. This is what it is with Ryan Garcia and a lot of these young fighters. And a lot of these young fighters, man. Johnny boy, what's good, bro? pound for pound. Why, John, how are you, man? Ryan Garcia's hated, probably because he could get your chicks. Ryan Garcia's hated because he knows his worth. He's not Manny Pacquiao. Ryan Garcia is not Manny Pacquiao that came out of nothing and he could fight for $100. I mean, you can see a lot, and we respect Manny Pacquiao for all of that. But that doesn't mean that everybody got a lifestyle like that. It doesn't mean that everybody go hungry if they need a fight or they not going to get a plate of food. You feel me? That's not Ryan Garcia. So Ryan Garcia is just not going to be fighting if the money ain't right. Glenn. Do your thing, Glenn. Yo, Kalua, good looking out, my brother. Yo, y'all funny in the comment box. Yo, I'm scared to open this up. Johnny Boy Pava, the best Loma. Man, Loma, you got to give Loma credit. The only reason why Loma get hated is because there's channels out there that want to give a lot of props to Devin Haney. So they need to hate Loma to lift up. See, that's the thing. I'm not that type of dude. I don't want to, I don't knock somebody down so I could uplift somebody up, you know, to validate my bragging rights or my angle in boxing. I don't do that. I break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. And you know why I break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively? Number one, if I'm doing this, because none of these boxers is giving me a damn dime for me to even be on some favoritism. They ain't giving me nothing. They ain't giving me no damn baby food for my kids. They ain't giving me a dime, not a penny, not half a penny, not the color of a penny, not the dude, not nothing. That's why. That's the main reason I could just say I break these down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Also, I break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively because I made this channel because I couldn't find channels that just break things down unbiasedly. They got some type of string attachment. They on some part of groups or shit like that. Nah, this is Punch Drunk Boxing. We break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. We hurt feelings and we make people feel good in the boxing world. But I keep it real. These are my modern day warriors, modern day gladiators. They put their life on the line for pure entertainment. And I'm going to keep saying that every video because I mean it and I love these fighters. So I can have a video holding Gervonta Tank Davis accountable, but I'm going to praise him as well. Or Keith Thurman. People be like, yo, Punch Drunk, you always say Keith Thurman. It looks like you're the only one that's keeping his name alive. So what? Let me keep his name alive. And I did a video of me checking him and his call outs. Because, and I'm going to say this again on the live show. If y'all didn't see the video, Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is on a call-out spree. But you know what? He's asking everybody to give him the resume. He's asking Bud Crawford to send me the resume. Send me the resume, Kell Brook. Send me the resume, Earl Spence. How about Keith Thurman? You send the resume to them. So I get on Keith Thurman too. Again, shout out Kalua. France, my friend. Yo, France. It's comfortable, bro. It's comfortable. You know, if you know what I'm talking about. It's comfortable, man. It's very, very comfortable, man. Shout out to you, bro. My crush said I'm the homie. So with Ryan Garcia, he's young. He's young. He shouldn't be hating that. I mean, he shouldn't be hated. Yo, Punch Drunk, Keith backed out of Bud. He wants no real smoke. If you want to smoke, he will be sending out an offer. And that goes for everybody. That goes vice versa, though. You know, Kalua, it goes vice versa. It goes vice versa. Bud Crawford, you don't got nobody. You don't got no opponents. How about you get Keith Thurman? He could send him the contract then. I mean, it goes both ways. I feel you, Kalua. I mean, Keith Thurman ain't a champion, right? So he should be gunning for the WBO. But let's see Bud send the contract too. It's quick. It's people are so quick to just, to go at Thurman. Thurman is the most proven one out of all. He's the proven one. What Keith Thurman got to prove in the welterweight division? The only thing that he got to prove to be undisputed, he's been unified. There's always going to be people in the top. Think about it. When Keith Thurman beat Daniel Garcia, he was ranked higher than Errol Spence. So I want to give younger fighters some shine. Yes, dog. That's why I give shine to the Teofimo Lopez of the world. That's captain of this generation. Shakur Stevenson, great champion, earned his belt, vacated, moving on up to bigger and better things. Thurman not the same. Man, he's not. I mean, he lost his last fight. He's not the same, but it's not like he laid down for somebody. Going live to Cook H Money. Oh, man. Going live. Explain to the people. Want some more Oscar to trying to get more money. Yo, Moonshine, I've been in my... Hey, yo, Marlon, what's good? What's good, man? I hope everything's well with you, man. Yo, that's it. Come on, man. Yo, Johnny, you going on? Now the beef going on YouTube. Yo, Punch, where the link? Yeah, I'm gonna drop it real soon. The thing is, if I drop the link, Guido, it doesn't look like it's gonna be boxing. That's what it is, bro. And I want to keep my channel boxing, man. I want to keep my channel boxing, bro. Because I ain't going all night. Thanks, Marlon. Thank you. There's too many dramas tonight. I mean, today in boxing. LDBC got a member out there that got exposed as a pedophile. You can't have that. I ain't naming no names. I don't even know his name. I can't even get on my head. The news came to me. That ain't look like a good look. Shit, I can even shake hands with a killer, but I can't shake nobody's hand. A pedophile, I can't shake that hand. That's another level type of ish. That's low level ish. Please don't invite Kalua to the stream. Kalua is good, man. Kalua is a debater. He's a good dude, man. Everybody good, man, with me. Everybody good with Punch Drunk, man. Everybody good with Punch Drunk. You don't say nothing about my family, man. We got no problems. You go after my family, I go after you. That's how I do. We be respectful here. That's it. Because it's a small world. We can have fun and games, but just remember, it's a small world. And I feel like everybody out here, man, gotta stop being trying to go at each other, knowing that y'all from different states and stuff like that. Ain't gonna happen, but it's a small world, though. People need to chill. Punch, you want another boxer who is an amateur to look out for? You know who? To be honest, not L Dog. Now, to be honest, well, I got Christina Cruz. Yeah, no, Christina Cruz. She's gonna be coming. She's gonna. I'm probably gonna interview Christina Cruz in maybe next week, hopefully. And I got a special surprise for y'all though, yo. I ain't gonna say it now, but I'm gonna tell you like this: it's a good one, man. I've been grinding, y'all. Yo, L Dog, I've been grinding, bro. I'm gonna surprise y'all with a good one. I got off the phone. What was it? Yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. The day before yesterday. L Dog, I got a surprise, man. They just told me, yo, I'm doing a couple things, man. I'm ready. We ready in a couple weeks or less than more or less. Interview Chocolatito. I would like that. I would like that, Cameron, man. A humble guy, man of God, Cristiano. He's a good dude. Punch, look out for Troy Isley. He is an American boxer who just turned pro. Great talent. Okay, I'm going to look out for you. Yo, L-Dog, it's a bad time to turn pro, right? Because think about it. You turn pro now. Are you really getting the type of money that you would be getting if you coming out of it? It's a bad time to turn pro. I think that's why Keyshawn Davis is probably holding. I mean, he probably won't gain what he was supposed to be gaining when he came out. You feel? Khalil, you already know. Yo, you saw the gear? You saw the gear earlier in D's channel? I pulled the gear out, bro. Amanda Serrano. Not even that, Guido. I got another surprise, bro. I got another surprise, man. I'll probably tell you on the email. So yeah, man. Too many haters in American boxing right now, and I don't think that anybody should be hated. To be honest, nobody should be hated. I think we should support and take advantage of the other cultures, man. Learn from, not take advantage, but learn from other cultures, man. Let's learn, man. This is America. Everybody want to come to America, but for real, our culture of hating is actually disgusting, man. It's disgusting. The way we hate is disgusting. The way we hate our fighters is disgusting. It's disgusting that that you could be fighting here and another guy from and another warrior from a different land bring his people and overshadows the whole take over the arena. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing that Ricky Hatton will come over here and it seems like this is the UK versus Floyd Mayweather. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Because it's too much hate. That's why he won't, bro. I think punch, run, support, flip. I will have no problems. Yo, I support all fighters, bro. I support all fighters. Vendejo, yo, great win today too. My wife said I couldn't vote for Trump. I could vote for Trump, just not buy any gear. When I buy yo, I'm gonna send you the gear, bro. I'm gonna send you a cup. I'm gonna send you a truck. Keep it. I'll send you a cup. Man, I'm gonna send you socks, bro. Yo, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. You know why I wear the gear, bro? You know why I wear the gear? To troll the Democrats. I troll the gear. I wear the gear to troll the the liberals while they pander us, while they pandering to us. So yeah, I wear the gear. I don't give a damn, man. And whoever want to unsubscribe and don't want to follow because of my political views, you're weak. That's my personal thing. My girl cheated on me with my primo. Hey yo, Kemo was good. Why, man? Shit, I gotta beat the Dr. Phil too. British fans represent worldwide. Yeah, I'm gonna put that up, Corky. Yes, they do, man. They buy their ticket, they buy the whole beer, they do it all. They represent. I love the culture, man. I love the culture. Yo, you can even have guys like Tyson Fury. He could say all the derogatory things, but you know what? He still gets supported. Conor McGregor could say all the derogatory things. He still gets supported. Americans need support. And I'm not saying don't support other people, but support. Support. Stop trying to find a downfall. Not everything is a debate. Because when it's a debate, that means one guy got to be wrong, when somebody got to be right, blah, blah, blah. We need to stop that. Come on, man. I going way too personal, bro. Way too personal, man. Watching with coffee. I love this. Thanks, Neil, man. Thanks, Neil. You know what, man? I can't even taste coffee, bro. I don't know. I'm not a coffee guy, but give me a latte. I'll drink. Come on, man. Yo, H, you gonna spam? You act. Come on, man. You acting like a spam right now, man. Come on, quit it with that already, yo. I feel you, Mr. Moonshine himself. I know, H, man, but you gotta come on. It looked like it's a spam, man. You had it on that interview. I checked it out, yo. People was like, yo, who's that guy? That was just, it was very disturbing, man. It was, people that was looking at that, man, that could be probably important people, and people was like, yo, what was that on your channel? They was like, that was very disturbing, yo. Damn, and you keep going with that. Hey, Punch, I was kidding. Come on. Remember the show, Martin? What's up? What's up? What's up? So yeah, man. Thinking about Charlo and Canelo Alvarez. That ain't gonna happen. We're talking about Ryder and Canelo Alvarez. Look, I'm gonna keep it real, man. This is 2020. A lot of big fights ain't gonna happen. Let's put it that way, man. A lot of big fights ain't gonna happen. The money is not there. And I don't think it's gonna be a lot of investments. If they're gonna be some type of big fights, it could probably be 1 or 2. I don't think now that it is gonna happen with Casimiro. I don't think that's gonna happen. I do think that Fimo and I think Fimo and Lomachenko will happen, but to be honest, I don't even think that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury is gonna happen in December as well. But I think they'll push it for 2020. I think so, because they could come with excuses. Nah, man, he ain't trying to do that, man. Charlo might fight Canelo by Charlo. I mean Jermell. I want to see Jermell Charlo fight Jamal Charlo. How about that? Jermell Charlo fight Jamal Charlo, and we have like some family feud and something like that. That would be a good storyline, right? It'll be like Bret Hart versus Owen Hart, right? Yeah, no wrestling. That would be big. Be like, nah, man, he slept with my wife. Yo, he slept with my son. I said son. He slept with my girl. Yo, problems. And then it'll be like, yo, they'll sell, bro. They'll sell. I mean, it's boxing. They could spar, right? Vendejo versus Fortuna. Vendejo, man, he came back. Man, I'm telling you, people, that's what they say. They say what they say. You as good as your last fight. I don't believe in that myth, but a lot of people do. But I don't believe in that myth. What you saw today is who is Vendejo anyway. Vendejo es un pendejo. Ese tipo sabe pelear. Boricua. Tion and Noma could save boxing this year, but they playing. I know, man, they could save it. I think they're gonna do it, man. They could put, I don't know what's gonna happen, man. That fight gotta happen. You think Charlo has any shot versus Serg? I think that's a great fight. That's a challenging fight. That's a 12-round bout right there. You should wrench me on your live stream. Oh, how you do that? Oh, I always beefing with someone. Yeah, Cokie. Yeah, man. So I'm just gonna be for sure. Yo, I'm about to time out, man. I'm about to time out. It's probably tomorrow, man. I'll be back and let people on the panel. I really want to talk about boxing, but I ain't gonna. Johnny Bates, that is your real address. See y'all beefing. Yo, how y'all do wrench? I don't know how to do that. Yo, come on, son, chill. Yo, Guido. Yo, chill, man. Come on, man. That sound like a spam. H, man, chill. Chill, man. Chill with that, man. What time is that? So yeah, man. Anybody got any questions? Any questions before I head out? Any questions before I head out? So you're not going live? That was how do you join the stream? Oh, I haven't sent the link in yet, Ben. Oh. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna open up the stream, but like I said, you can't be on the same time with Johnny. If Johnny gonna be, I'm gonna give him his piece and you his piece. But y'all ain't gonna. I don't want to. What you're saying in the comment box is not going. Nah. I gotta get. There's just mess up the monetize on a video, man. All that cursing and all that stuff. If I don't curse, that's it. I'm trying to change this stuff up too, man. I mean, I'm cool with everybody going at it with or whatever and debating and stuff like that, but all that derogatory stuff like that, man, that stuff will get the channel shut down. That's why I say, yo, calm down with that, bro. Calm down, H. Calm down with that. That's the type of stuff that get channels shut down. Yo, in general, just by clicking the links, or do you have to sign up? Nah. It's easy. It's just you click the link. I just haven't sent the link yet. He ain't going to drop the link tonight. He's going to bed. Exactly. Damn punch we need to talk about. Yeah, I know, Guido. Yo, point back on Mr. Moose, you're making rules on this channel. Punch Drunk Boxing got Mr. Making Moonshine. Me, I make Mr. Moonshine. You talking about me and me making. Nah, man. I can't monetize my videos with that type of talk. That's the problem. I think, but it's feeling overwhelmed with acting like a diva. Dude doesn't know how to act like I need someone to show. I wasn't even gonna go live. Happy Hour Thursday. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. Hold on. Send the link. Let's talk boxing. Anything other than that, gonna be muted. Anything other than that. Damn, your punch sleep. Yeah. I'm gonna take the shades off so y'all can see, man. I ain't sleeping, brother. I ain't sleeping, bro. I'm good. Good. Yo, what's good?
What's going on, Mr. Moonshine? I see you're drinking that liquor, bro. But I'm gonna tell you something better,
Nah,
bro. I'm drinking this lean. So what's good, bro?
lean? Nah, I never had no lean, nah, man. But hey, it's when it's Happy Hour Thursday with Punch Drunk, you get it. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, man. I'm sipping on this purple thing, bro. But it's all good, bro. In the hood, bro. Actually, I'm in the hood right now, bro. I'm just chilling, man. Just packed a pack, bro. I'm about to smoke some shit, man. So it's all good, man. I appreciate being on the show, bro. I didn't catch the first part, but I'm glad
Yeah.
to catch the last part, bro. So it's all good. What's going on, Guido and Glenn?
Yo, what
Chilling,
up,
chilling,
Jefe?
bro.
So yeah, man, I was just talking about the fighters in America that's hated the most: Deontay Wilder, Gervonta Davis, Keith Thurman, Ryan Garcia, and just debunking all of the hate that is unnecessary going to their names, except for Gervonta Tank Davis. He bring it up to himself with the hitting the wifey and the baby mama. That's not gonna go well with anybody, with no man. Also, his unprofessionalism not coming in weight, and so
So,
that's good reasons for people to dislike it or whatever.
so
But
with all due respect, I'm gonna fall back and let everybody chop it up with that one, and I'll come in on the next up because me particularly, I want to talk about Felix Verdejo, bro.
let's talk about that first. Matter of fact, let's talk about that first, because that the thing that
So
I'm talking about, we could talk about that any day.
yeah, because that's been happening for a minute. That's been the topic of conversation for
Yeah,
quite a few months now. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Felix Verdejo really toning. You see that six pack? You see the way that dude came in and
he's
just
looking,
dominated that fight, bro?
man. He's looking ready, man. I was making a sandwich, and then I said I'm about to sit down. I went
And the
one
fight was
bite and
over.
it was, yeah, the fight was over. And to be honest, I thought dude was gonna give up a good fight. He was undefeated. He looked
Yeah.
like he was game. He was catching him a little bit with the jab and stuff like that. I thought it was gonna be a great fight. I thought it was gonna be a hard one.
Yeah, but he had the same. He was calling them out yesterday, saying the same thing that everybody else had in their mind, which was the doubts of, he didn't really look good in the last fight, and everybody knows that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the reason why he didn't look good was because he was lacking the discipline. He was out there on the island, racing motorcycles, acting like, oh shit, I got this money. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be, a títere of the block and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then what happened? He got in a car accident, came back, still slacked, and got knocked out, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Vasily Lomachenko himself, that's why he called him out tonight after the win. He called out Vasily Lomachenko because they met in the quarterfinals of the Olympics, and
Yeah.
Vasily Lomachenko gave him credit, saying, yo, when that dude, he fought him as a young kid, and Vasily Lomachenko said, yo, when that dude becomes a man, yo, he's going to be a problem for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then he just reclaimed his stake in the whole division. So that's why I
Yeah,
want to talk about him.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
I was
no,
just gonna say, bro. Verdejo did a hell of a job, bro. But I don't think
Do, do, do
he's
you,
in the he's in the position to really dictate to Lomachenko. I think he needs to get more experience against
man, you on that lean, bro?
Diablo, man.
He fell
Yo,
asleep.
what's up, Punch Drunk? How you doing, man? It was a great night of boxing, my brother. Jared Anderson, the next Riddick Bowe. Let's keep it boxing, baby. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Moonshine himself. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
Yeah.
All
man.
right. That's not, yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
we came to talk boxing.
and the
We
good
came to
thing that
talk
he was,
boxing.
yes, sir. And the good thing about it that he was prepared. He was prepared. He didn't let himself go. He fought a couple of weeks ago, came right back in the bubble and popped the bubbles. Hey, I gotta get, you know.
For sure. You know, we need that next great American heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lack of heavyweights coming from America for quite some time, ever since that Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe era. You know, it's been a lack. Of course, Deontay Wilder was a champion, and a lot of respect to him, like you were saying earlier, my brother. And I think Jared Anderson will be the next great American heavyweight champion. You know what I mean? He has a lot of skills and a lot of potential. Mr. Moonshine, you see, when I come to your panel, I talk about boxing. I'm not like these other guys that come here and disturb the panel. You know what I mean? Came here and I want to talk about Felix of Verajao. Man, looking good. And Glenn has been telling me about him all week. Shout outs to Glenn. He looks spectacular. First round knockout, Glenn. What you thought about him, Glenn?
Yo, like I said, man, that he was always impressive. I know Hefe said that he doesn't think that he has a claim, but even Vasily Lomachenko feels like he got a claim. So, you know, the fact that he fell off for a minute because of his lack of discipline, I don't think that anybody besides the boxers can say anything otherwise, because Felix Verdejo really has a following and really can be that cash cow for Puerto Rico moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, Guido was talking about him a lot every time. Remember, we've been talking about the Puerto
Yeah, and I was
Ricans,
gonna tell you.
Yeah,
And
I
I
know
was still
you.
by him because I saw he
Yeah.
got the talent. I
Yeah,
seen it, right? I could just see it, you know.
Nah,
He has all the tools and everything. Pero el problema es que estaba jangueando y bebiendo. Tú no entiendes.
I know. You've been
And
saying
I
that
was
for
still by.
months.
I've been telling you, you're sleeping on that kid, boy. You're
Yeah,
sleeping on him because of the accident.
we
Everybody
slept.
almost forgot about him.
We slept.
Everybody got.
We slept.
And let me tell you, Punch. Let me tell you, I didn't expect he was gonna knock him out so fast. Tampoco.
Not me
Wow,
either.
that was real fast. And the kid was undefeated too, 15-0. That says
Yeah,
a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From first round KO. I didn't expect that.
Andre Ward looked like he knew that was gonna happen. The way he was commentating that in the beginning of the fight, when he was like, "Yo, he got too much pedigree for this guy."
That's what I'm saying. The kid got skills. Just stay in the gym. If he comes on shape, he's a problem from everybody. For everybody, you know.
He went vegan and everything. He said that he chalked that up to Timothy Bradley going vegan. So you see how dedication is, because like dog, like you Puerto Rican and you're not eating no pernil. You're not eating no, like, you know what I'm saying, like no pork, no steak, nothing like that, bro. You just straight up going vegan. That's hard to do, man.
I know. I saw it. I did that. I know it's hard, bro.
Yeah,
it's hard, man.
Sure.
But it makes you feel.
I'm
But it
really
make
happy
you feel
for
good.
Felix, you know. A lot of people gave up on him, but I haven't got him. You know what I'm saying, bro?
So now,
I know yeah.
I'm sorry,
So
I got
now-
one question. Question. So didn't he get in a car accident, Glenn? I think before that.
Motorcycle.
Okay, motorcycle. Y'all want to talk about that? And do you think that was part of the reason he took a loss? Do you think the accident has something to do with it?
well, I think the reason he got in a motorcycle accident and that he took a loss was for the same reason, which was lack of discipline. He wanted to go out there and have a good time. You know, he had money. You know what I'm saying? Like he never had experienced that amount of money before. Young guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, just like it happens with so many other people, he had money. He was young. You know, he wanted to go out there and floss it. You know what I mean? And people were like encouraging him to do it. You know, and what happened? He got in a motorcycle accident trying to race. You know, and he was young, so it's not like he was a pro at the motorcycle racing. And then after that, he goes back into a fight, and he fights somebody that Mexican style warrior that keeps coming forward and landed the shot. You know what I mean? He took him into deep waters, landed the shot. You know what I mean? And that's what it was.
I like this question. I like this question.
I don't think he was ready for that fight too. I think they rushed him too fast. He just came from the accident. I think he should have took a tune-up, you know? Rushed the title, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, look what he did, man. So,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's coming back. He'll come back. For sure.
What you think? So the 135 pounder now looks even more deeper.
Hell yeah. Ooh,
now it looks deeper. Can you imagine Vendejo, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia?
If I'm not mistaken, Vendejo is 140.
Oh, right. He is fighting. He's fighting 140, right? Oh, shit, yeah, you're right. Damn.
So
hey guys, for people who don't know who this guy is, why don't you talk about him, explain who he is, his strong points, weak points, his dimensions, so we know a little bit more about him before we start researching him.
Well, he got a great amateur background, got a great jab, consistent with the jab, especially a jab that's been people have abandoned the jab in this era. He got a great job. Yeah. He got a good feel of the game. He got a great amateur background. He's very technical, and he just showed us his power. So he's still elevating as a fighter, and it's all about it's not really about the skills. He got everything, but it's all about dedication and consistency and focus.
And if I may, I
Puerto Rican Tank Davis.
No. Like, cause he only slacked for that for that loss. You know what I mean? Like Tank has been slacking. He's waiting. Tank is waiting for his loss. He's playing with fire the way he be slacking. But anyway,
he's a little bit like Devin Haney, but without but Devin Haney got probably better footwork. You could say that.
But you see, if you watch the knockout today. He hit him with an uppercut, right?
Yeah.
Then hit him with a right hand, right? And then hit him with a left hook. But when you look at it in slow motion, he literally pivoted and moved his feet to get that left hook in to finish it. Okay, so his footwork is there. But anyway, France asked, what is habichuelas? Habichuelas is the red beans, bro. Frijoles are the black beans. Okay, bro? Wanted to educate him real quick.
Cinnamon Savage asked a question. Who y'all want Verdejo to fight next?
Me personally, I want him to move up the rank because he missed a couple years already. I want him to fight so if he's at 140, I would like to see him fight Josh Taylor next. You know what I'm saying? I want him to see.
I'll say this, Glenn.
You don't think so? I've seen Punch cringe real quick.
Right now.
He's already 20. What is he? 24.
I think he's 25, 26.
Okay,
yeah, he's 26.
So he missed a couple years because of the injury and the loss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I do think that he should be fighting somebody like that right now.
I think he needs 2 more fights, brother. I'm gonna say give him a couple of more fights.
I'll put him a Regis. I'll put him a Regis first.
Okay, I could see that, but I mean, I still think that Regis is a no name, just like Josh Taylor. So that's what I mean. Like, I feel like he should be with a named person, because I didn't really know this dude that he fought, even though he was undefeated. I really didn't know this guy like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I feel like he should be with a named person because Felix Verdejo is going to be a cash cow, regardless of how you feel it. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be a cash cow, and he got the skills to back it up. You know what I mean? Like Vasily Lomachenko did not give him credit for no reason. Vasily Lomachenko rarely gives anybody credit. You know what I'm saying?
But wouldn't Regis be a step-up fight at that point? If you're saying, he's barely coming back, so wouldn't a Regis, Prograis, or a Taylor would be, perfect on, a big name? Because he has to make sure, he's, finely tuned at that point then, from what it sounds like it.
But that's why I think today was. I think today was against an undefeated guy that was, kind of a tune-up fight. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people were actually saying that the guy was going to beat him.
Well, not a tune-up, but a step-up fight, because Regis Prograis, he's really good. He had probably one of the top contenders for Fight of the Year last year with Taylor.
Yeah, I agree. So go look up Felix Verdejo, and you're gonna see why I say that. Because Felix Verdejo is actually very good as well.
Yeah, so you're saying that they should fight each other then? That'll be like,
Yeah,
Buck said, Punk
I
brought him up,
truly
and it sounds like a really great idea. Either him or Taylor. You know, if
Yeah.
he's like still coming back in his feet, you know, he can't go up against a freaking probably like a Tio or a freaking Lomachenko at this point. Then
I feel like before Lomachenko, he got to fight at least one or two more people before Lomachenko. Yeah, but I don't think that he needs to fight one or two more people before like a Prograis or a Taylor.
You think a Taylor's gonna fight Verdejo before fighting for the unification bout with Ramirez?
That's the flip side to it.
I don't think he'll take that risk with Verdejo. I think he'll rather just go for the unification bout, in my opinion. That's a big risk.
I'll be honest.
That's a flip side to it.
Go ahead, Guido.
I'm be honest. I think they're gonna give him 2 or 3 more fights before going fighting the top fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna try to invest Felix Verdejo again to make him like this Puerto Rican big star. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're gonna watch him to killers yet. You know?
Who's this promoter?
I'm saying I see 2 or 3 more fights left.
Top rank.
Yeah, top rank.
Damn, wouldn't a Taylor fight be easy to make because they're both top ranked fighters?
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't think they're gonna do that. I think he needs like 2 or 3 fights left. That way he gets more confident. You know what I'm saying? Before taking the big fights, you know.
And if I may, Cinnamon Savage said that I need to chill with the 140 talk. No, bro, he's at 140. So it's not me. It's not me making his weight. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what weight he's fighting at. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what it is.
Right.
I swear, I thought he was on 135.
Maybe back in the day because I think he started off at 135, but he right now he's lightweight.
Yeah, he just moved up. I think. Yeah. And his last fight, it was his first fight. I think at 140.
Well, you think he's there to campaign for 140? He's just there, or you think he took the?
Because
you think he's gonna move up and down?
He's a little. I think he's a little big for 135. I thought it was a good move for him to move up. You know.
Yeah, he came in at 139.8, I think, today for the fight. Okay, so right under the 140 limit. You know what I mean? So I mean, like, you know.
So he's small.
Well, you know, he's got a long reach advantage. He's got like a 70 reach advantage.
No, I'm saying if he came as that was today his fight weight, or that was when he weighed yesterday. 139.
Okay, so what they showed at the beginning, I can't tell you that I could remember that, but I believe that it was the fight weigh in 139.8.
Okay. Because sometimes I like to gauge it when they how they rehydrate. So let's say if he was
right. I got you.
So if he was 139, he came in and then he weights 150 or 140, then I'll be like, okay, he's a big boy, he's a big guy. But if he comes in and gains like 4 pounds, then I'm like, okay, he's a small 140.
Oh, we gotta look at that. I don't remember when he came in fighting like, you know?
Yeah. I can't remember that either.
I would say maybe 152, 153 around there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, when I seen the tail of the tape, it was 139.8, and because I remember that the other guy was 139.9, so they were both right under the limit. And at the end of the day, Felix Verdejo had like a 3-inch reach advantage, and he was younger by 2 years. You know what I mean? And that's all I remember.
Yeah, I'm looking forward for his next fight too. You know, hopefully they get him another fight real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yo, but man, I wanted to do the how you say the live commentary, but that's good. I ain't do the live commentary. There's nothing to commentate about. It was so fast.
I was gonna tell you. Do you heard about the Golden Boy fighter that passed away?
Oh yeah. I want to do a video about that.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, and the thing is, I want to attach it to what would happen. This would have happened to Earl Spence. This could have been Earl Spence as well. God forbid, you know what I'm saying? It didn't, but my condolences go out to his family, man.
Yeah, man. Sure.
Yo, Kalua.
Sad to hear, you know.
Yo, Kalua.
What's up? What's up?
We could stay for like 5 more minutes and talk about this. What's going on with this with this beef that I'm hearing about some guy that was a pedophile and all that stuff? What's the dude's name? You know anything about that?
You mean HP though? Yeah, he's
HP.
just like I know. He's just a guy who comes in the chat and just like trash talks everybody. So
Oh yeah. Yo, what's
Yo,
good?
what up, Sack?
What's good, man?
What up, BNB?
Man, a lot of drama in YouTube, man.
Yo no sé por qué, ¿verdad? We want to hear to talk boxing, you know, to have fun.
No, it's
I
like
don't get this beef, bro. I really don't get it.
It's getting out of hand, bro.
And the sad part, they all live in different states, like you say.
Yeah, like man. It's
Yeah,
like wow.
yeah, we didn't get the live fights that we wanted to watch. You know, I was like, we were ready to like, you know, Punch was ready to like start streaming fights, $5 per person watch, and nobody wanted to step up.
Hey yo, Kulu, I probably wanted to do that, you know what, but you know what I'm saying? It'll hurt the channel, a lot of people don't want to see that bullshit. You know, a lot of people don't want to see that drama. A lot of people, man, you don't get monetized with stuff like that.
Well, that's why a lot of channels have their video channel, then they have their streaming channel to separate, so you don't have like the streaming doesn't hurt your regular channel.
Yeah, true, but it still hurts the brand too. You feel me? It's almost like on the interview that I had with Keyshawn Davis, right? But I wasn't looking at the comments. But then even my wife was like, "Yo, you saw the comments?" And I'm like, "Nah." And then I saw the comments. I'm like, "Yo, can you imagine? Let's say some, you know,
man.
If another fighter want to do something, or another manager looking at it and they see the comment, that don't look good, you know?
Weird shit, yeah.
And that's how I told you, Punch. The manager who's checking it out, her swag manager, he was checking the YouTube. Said, what's his YouTube? They checking all that shit out. And so he was like, fine, I'll let you know when her swag can do the interview. So I'm still waiting for the interview, you know?
Yeah,
so when her swag is ready to do it, and I'll let you know by email.
Oh, of
you know
course.
What I'm saying?
Yeah. And thanks.
They
man.
watching.
And
that's the point. They watching.
Yeah, and that's an example. You feel me? Like, I mean, I think, you know, I don't want to be that type of dude. Yo, respect me. Don't do because of the comment. The comment box is one thing, but people looking at it doesn't look right. You feel me? The tranny and what? I'm like, come on, you don't gotta pick and choose the days and pick and choose the battle. You know?
Yeah, man. Yo, so I had a question, bro. Like, when it comes to why hasn't, especially with all this Glovegate shit, why hasn't anybody? And I told H this yesterday. Why hasn't anybody reached out to Nassim Richardson and try to get him on a panel? Because that would be a dope interview right there, talking about Glovegate, man.
I don't know. To be honest, I think at this point, is like I said in my video. At this point, people don't want to hear about it. People, if they're gonna hear something about it, they want to hear about Wilder. And a lot of people was hating Wilder for something that he's have yet said publicly. You feel me?
Well, sometimes not saying anything and saying everything because you're condoning it for not. You're gonna shoot down stuff that are making it look bad. You're condoning it at the same time.
Martin Luther King said that silence is the way he's most afraid of.
Yeah, but also he could play the dummy. Like, I'm not. Look, he could play the dummy because look, in Twitter and in Instagram, Deontay Wilder really don't. He's not a social media type of dude. He don't post a lot of stuff. He's not engaging with people like that. So is he supposed to be looking at? I mean, he could play it off. He could be. He gives information out, and then certain channels give it out. But at the end of the day, you can't, sue him because he's not saying it. So the hate is not really with Wilder. Is these other channels that's making you hate Deontay Wilder? Hate the channel. Don't hate Wilder yet.
Yo. So H Money is acting like what some dudes that be don't speak the mimes.
Rob, hey, that's Rob. Glenn, that's Rob that be doing this shit.
Yo, Rob got it. You had a therapy session with Rob, and that's it. He got you.
Yo, I want to address something real quick on the panel. You know what I mean? First, Punch Drunk. I respect your channel. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of times people have been trolling in the chat. I remember when that guy, Franz, used to come over here and troll Glenn all the time in the chat, writing all type of derogatory things towards Glenn, and it wasn't a problem. I respect you, Mr. Moonshine. When Johnny Boy starts to snitch and start telling you, oh, don't let H Money do this, don't let H Money talk to me like that, then it's a problem. Like, bro, this is your channel. If he wants to block people on his channel, feel free. He blocked everybody off his channel. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Mr. Moonshine channel, it's free smoke. If you can't handle the smoke, get out. If you can't handle if you can't handle the smoke, get out of the kitchen. That's all I gotta say.
I'm good. I'm good.
Hold on, because he addressed me. Hold on, he addressed me. So H, yo, 100%. You know I've been down with you from day one. You can't bring friends into this because Boxing Champ also trolled me like that. You know what I'm saying? And me and Franz got a great relationship right now. And Boxing Champ, you know what I'm saying? He be hating still. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is when it comes to that situation. But me and Franz right now, Franz is my brother, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like we
I feel you.
For time.
Nah, it's not. I can understand we could pick and choose the battle. I'm just saying, let's say, for example, okay, let's say next week if I have an interview with somebody, I wanted to be more respectful, even on the comment box, you know, because people check that, then they're gonna be like, oh man, I don't want my client out there. You feel me?
Okay, this is what I can say. I can go back to that video right now and delete all my comments in there, so you won't see none of that. I can do that. I can take the comments out of there, so that won't be a problem. But what I do know is that same person that we talking about, Johnny Bum, you know what I mean? The tranny lover, okay? This guy right here.
Did just say not to talk about that stuff right now? Just like, let's stop it from the stream so he doesn't get unmonetized?
What I was saying. Hold up. What I was saying was, this same guy, he just was in the comment section saying, oh, I had a talk with Mr. Moonshine about it, and that's going to be over. So he's pretty much telling everybody that he told you to pretty much block me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I already know what's up. I told Glenn that he was going to do that because he's the type of guy that'll talk a lot of talk, but he can't take it. You know what I mean? And plenty of times he got people blocked off other channels, and I know what's going on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Mr. Moonshine, with much respect to you.
I'm saying I respect how you coming by, you know, saying what you're saying, but like I'm not going to be in the middle of it. Johnny has respect me since day one, since I met him and stuff like that. So that's why I say you got to handle your beef.
Yeah, I handled it. Trust me, I really did handle it. That's why he's running out of the chat. That's why he can't stay in the chat, bro. I already handled him. You see my video? I got him on camera with the tranny. You know, it's on camera.
I don't want to talk about that, bro.
I respect it. Oh, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm about to go to your video with Keyshawn Davis. I'm gonna delete my comments right now out of respect for you, my brother. And you know what? I don't try to do anything to harm the channel, man. You know I love Glenn. I love Guido. We was talking boxing last night on my channel, and man, I got an interview tomorrow. My first interview, Mr. Moonshine, with Charles Conwell. Charles Conwell of The Zone. Remember, he was in that fight with Patrick Day. Patrick Day had died, the fighter.
Yeah. Oh, so you got good questions right there.
Yes, man. So, man, stop by, come check it out. I respect your channel. Let me go delete my messages on your Keyshawn Davis video right now. And thank you, Mr. Moonshine. But look, he can't handle the smoke. He ain't built like that. He ain't built like that, Mr. Moonshine. He's soft. He's soft. He disrespect Guido too. He disrespect Guido, bro. Yeah. Johnny Boy, I know you listening. Hey, I got you, Guido. Let me say it. H Money said, Johnny Boy, you's a bitch. That's it, bro. Peace out, man.
Peace out.
You're like a boss, yeah.
Really trying to get you demonetized. I think he's demonetized worse than trash talking the LBG, the LB, whatever the alphabet group.
Johnny Boy is my Johnny Boy is my boy out here too, man. He supports. I don't know why he's trying to bring that. Yeah, he supports. Well, I mean, that's what I mean. Y'all gotta handle the battles. Yeah, man. But as for me, Johnny Boy respects me, and
yo no tengo problema con ese tipo. I don't know why he's just bringing me up with this guy. You know.
I mean, H is always gonna be H, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. If you know him, you know him. If you don't know him, then you know what I mean. Like you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying. But he's always gonna be H. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's move on to another topic.
Hey, what's up, Moonshine? Can you hear me? You were gonna have with what's up, Wilder's brother. Whatever happened to that interview? I never saw it on your channel.
What's good, man?
No, how you feeling? All good.
I'm chilling. Doing good, brother. Any questions? Anything new? Oh yeah, I want to just
Not
jump
much.
on
This is
what I'm
my
talking
first
about.
time on the panel. You know, I've been to your page a couple times.
All right,
first
bro.
time on the panel.
That's a good look. That's a good look. Let me put Jefe in. Yo, but yeah, man. What was the question, Glenn?
Yo,
Right.
I didn't pose a question. I just said, "Yo, H is H." Remember? Say
No,
so.
before
But H Money is not here, bro. Don't talk about H Money right now, bro.
No
As
la
I
hagan
was
el
hearing,
Yeah, but
momento.
nobody was, bro.
as I was hearing it,
Ask me a
you guys
question. He
brought up.
asked you a question. Do you remember what we were talking about? Because you could have
Hold
just
on,
provided that
bro.
information.
That
Yo,
As I
Jefe, I
was
got a good
saying,
question for you. Hey, Jefe, I got
let
a
me
good one.
say this real quick,
Hey,
bro,
Jefe.
because I heard you talk about Johnny Boy, bro.
Hey,
Johnny
Jefe.
Boy's a sucker, bro. He's not allowed in this channel.
yeah,
He
he is
can't come to this channel.
He's a lot. That's Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy is cool, man. Johnny
Oh,
Boy.
you're cool with Johnny
Jefe.
Boy,
Drunk.
bro?
Johnny Boy
Hey,
is
Jefe.
cool with Punch Drunk. Yeah, man. Johnny
But
Boy is cool.
you do
I
know
gotta,
we caught him red-handed, right?
yo, I don't get into y'all that mess right there. So y'all gotta handle that stuff on your own, bro.
Hey,
When it comes
Jefe.
to
Okay, I
Johnny,
respect that.
you know what I'm saying? I'm not Johnny
I
Boy.
respect
Treat
that,
me with
bro. But
respect, and
that shit,
I respect Johnny Boy.
Oh my
yeah,
God, yo.
I respect your opinions on Johnny Boy, but I don't respect Johnny Boy. But
All
that's
right,
it,
but we
bro.
don't gotta talk about him. We don't gotta. When he in the comment box, he in the comment box. You feel me?
Hey,
Yo,
he's
hey,
scared.
Jefe.
I'll say the same thing if you talk about Guido. I'll be like, yo, Guido's
What's
my
going
dude
on,
from day
Guido?
one. Sacramento, my dude from day one. Glenn, my dude. So you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Jefe, quick question. What you think about Felix Verdeja performing?
I didn't even see the fight, bro. I was chilling,
Man.
bro.
Don't,
As I was telling you, bro, I heard it
um,
was a first round knockout. I'll probably check out the highlights later on,
yeah,
but
it was quick.
I've always thought Verdejo was a highly doubted prospect coming from the amateurs. I don't know what happened to him. I heard lack of discipline. He never left his trainer. I think his name was Ricky Marcus, something like that. But now I think he's with Ismael Salas, a real Cuban trainer that's forces him to work. He trains in Nevada now, so
He's funny
man,
with them shoes, though. He be making me
he's
laugh with them shoes.
them high heel shoes. That is true, bro.
Hey, but have you seen any improvement from Felix Verdeja? What you think?
Yes. Huh?
I'm telling you, hey, Jefe, if you see any improvement, Felix
Uh,
Verdeja.
It's that
I
top
just
rank
think
fight.
I think he could. Who said with the Regis fight? I think that's a great fight. Him versus Regis
Yeah, I
to
said
test
that.
where he's at, man.
Yeah.
If he gets knocked out by Regis, bro, then he could just,
Does
I don't
Regis
know.
even
I don't
have
know, bro.
knockout power? Every time I see Regis, he looks like more of like a points fighter instead of a knockout fighter. Like that fight with Taylor, everybody knew he had to get a KO because he going to get a decision in England, and he still went for like points.
Yo, my fault. Dover, what you
Yo,
asked? I'm sorry. We cutting him off though. I want to.
Oh,
can
that
you?
Verdejo fight tonight. And that was my first time seeing him, but yo, he looked legit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was nice. That uppercut he landed, it was nasty.
Yeah, that combination was beautiful, man.
Yo, Punch. Let me respond to L Dog in the comment section, bro. L Dog, don't ever disrespect me like that, bro. I know you're a Johnny Boy lover, bro, but don't ever come to this channel, bro. Just looking for smoke, bro.
Yo,
Because I
yo,
could give you the smoke, bro. I could expose you for the clown you are, bro. But don't ever
L,
come at me like that, bro.
damn, L Dog,
Qué cabrón, diablo.
jump on the panel, man. Because all the I
Qué
respect,
cabrón.
I'm respecting, I respect everybody, man.
Man, you're making me laugh, hey, Jefe. Man.
Yeah,
L,
man. I'm sipping this lean, bro. I'm chilling,
L
bro.
Dog is my boy too, man. Punch them out. Let me know when you're speaking about boxing and MMA. See, that's what I mean. Feel me? People want to hear boxing, yo. People want to hear.
I'm
Felix,
telling you,
let's
Punch.
Let me.
hey,
Punch.
Jefe.
I'm telling you,
Right,
Punch.
all
Lean,
right, guys.
lean is a new moonshine, bro. That's facts.
Now, what y'all think about Buck Crawford gonna come back November? What you think is gonna be his opponent?
Bud's a bum, bro. That's just I don't really expect nothing from Bud. Like this dude's been cherry picking his whole life. he says he wants a PBC smoke, but he don't really want the PBC smoke. So if he wants a PBC smoke, why did he re-sign with Bob Arum? And then he's out here saying he's not gonna take a pay cut, bro. When we live in a pandemic, bro, like everybody's taking pay cuts, bro. I took a pay cut. Everybody took a pay cut, bro. So
I didn't take a pay cut. I make as much as I made before.
no, nobody's talking to you, bro. I'm talking in general.
Hey, Kalu is talking,
Yeah,
man. Come on. He ain't take a pay cut. I ain't taking a pay cut either.
No, but you understand,
crazy how
bro.
we keep
The
going,
whole
bro.
economy is going spiraling downwards, bro. So we gotta see it in that point, bro.
This is
And
what
Bud's
it is.
out here acting like a diva, man.
Now,
Okay,
if you don't have
Hefe, you know why Bush?
You don't- my bad. Let me just get this. Let me just get this point out, and I respect whatever you got to say. I just got to say, when it comes to economy, you talking about investments. If you don't have any investments in the economy, I don't know what you're talking about the economy for. But anyway, I'll fall back on that one.
Wait, hold on, Glenn, you gotta chill out with that. You know, coming
I
in
don't have
and
to chill
sneak
out with
this
shit,
in.
bro. You on lean? I'm not leaning. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
No,
Glenn,
don't disrespect me, bro.
Déjalo, Glenn,
Don't
déjalo.
disrespect me, bro. That's all I'm saying.
If you
Don't
feel
disrespect
Hey,
me.
Glenn, don't get into it, bro.
If you
Come
feel
on.
disrespected, that's an emotional thing, bro. Because I'm not
No,
disrespecting.
don't-
I'm
I'm just
speaking
saying,
facts,
bro. Don't
Yo,
disrespect me, bro.
Yo, stick to
I'm
boxing,
speaking facts.
boxing. Bud Crawford, which I think is going to be his next opponent, which who y'all want to fight?
Virgil Ortiz,
Now, Virgil Ortiz is going to be fighting Samuel Vargas already.
but he's
Okay.
gonna knock him out.
Man, I want him to fight either Ugas or
Hefe said that Bush should have signed with the PBC. Well, he was smart enough to sign with the PBC. You know why? Because PBC had to take pay cuts. You know why? Because they're not signed with a actual broadcaster while Bud is. That's why Bud, Canelo, AJ don't need to take pay cuts because their money is guaranteed by the network themselves. Unlike the PBC fighters who aren't guaranteed. And you say Bud doesn't want PBC smoke. Bud been calling out all the PBC fighters for how long now? Is the PBC fighters who won't fight Bud.
I disagree.
I would like to see Bud fight obviously Sean Porter, but that's the technical fight that I would like. My dream fight would be El Jefe because he's been in the pen for 8 years and they're about the same age. You know what I'm saying? So that makes more sense. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Oh my God.
yeah, recently,
Bud versus
bro.
Kill,
I think me and Bud would be a good fight, bro. I think I could.
You see,
All
I
right.
think I can knock him out,
see?
bro.
Yo, Pants, I
You
wanted to ask
see-
you one quick question. I wanted to ask you a question about Deontay.
I'm
Like, he
sorry,
rejected
Glenn.
the deal with Canelo fight. What you think about that?
that he just made a deal with Canelo.
No, he rejected the deal of the Canelo fight.
I mean, you already know
Deontay.
he's trying to get that PB in-house money with Charlo.
Yeah.
That's in-house money. You know?
Devonchenko's a bitch.
Well, didn't
got the
Sergey leave? Did his promoter leave PBC already? So he's no longer part of PBC.
I think no, you know what it is you're a manager, you can leave it. But remember, Al Heyman, he don't have to be your manager, but he could be your advisor. So I'll give you an example. Let's say Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs still has his manager, but Al Heyman still advises him. So it's like Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia has his manager, but Al Heyman still advises him. So there's certain fighters like Earl Spence and Keith Thurman that is advised and managed by Al Heyman. And then there's other fighters that is advised by Al Heyman and managed by somebody else. Deontay Wilder, that's a prime example. Shady Fink was his manager, but Al Heyman is his advisor. You know, so that's why that's why I always say when it came about Earl Spence and Keith Thurman, all that clout, that's Al Heyman. Al Heyman is manager and advisor. He runs their career.
Damn.
You know,
Hey, yo, what happened to Black and Brown, bro? I haven't seen him lately. I don't know
He
if
was
you guys
here.
have.
he was here.
Oh, okay.
He was here earlier.
I was starting to feel worried for him, bro, because I haven't seen him in a while.
Nah, he was here. But yeah, man, with Bud, like I said in one of the videos, man, I think if he fights somebody else that's not top level competition, I'm not putting him top 5 pound for pound, top 3 pound.
Oh,
for
by the
pound.
way, bro, not to cut you up, bro, but I saw the rankings today. The rankings today from ESPN. They had like Bud like number 4, like top 4 in the
Pound for
world.
pound?
They had Naui, yeah. They put Naui above Crawford. They had Canelo number 1, number 2, Lomachenko, Naui number 3, and 4 Bud Crawford.
So they
I was like,
finally,
holy
they finally put.
Yeah,
Canelo
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you in my email so you can see
Wow.
the rankings. And I was, matter of fact, I screenshot it so you can see. And you know what they did with Jose Ramirez? They put him below 3. What the fuck? They put Josh Taylor number 1, Regis Prograis number 2, even though he lost, and they put Jose number 3. You believe this shit?
That's what happened when you fire this guy.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
When
That's a disrespect what they do to Jose Ramirez.
That's what happened when you fired Dan Rafael. Finally, Canelo Alvarez gets number 1.
Hey Guido, why don't you drop the link on the chat so everybody can see it?
We can't.
I can't because I don't know why I can't do it. I can't
drop it in the private.
Well, the picture.
The private chat, yeah, bro. Or just send it to me.
Send
it to me through text, bro. Send it to me through text. Text it to me. 262-960.
No, I'm not gonna text nobody's number, bro. Chill. I'm gonna bring it right now. Hold on, y'all just chill right here. I'm gonna put the link too.
Hey, and Guido, we're still waiting on your green card, bro. If you could show it to us.
Yeah.
Smash the like button. Smash the like button, man. It look like it seems like everybody on lean right now.
Hefe, you funny, but right now, you know you got my phone number, and right now while you was giving your phone number out, me and Guido both have it already.
Yeah, my phone number, bro.
He just didn't want to put it on blast like that.
Who y'all think Errol Spence is gonna be fighting next?
Danny Garcia. That's for
sure.
You
think that fight is really gonna happen next?
Yeah, I actually
that Keith Thurman fight.
That fight's not happening. Errol Spence is going to take a tune-up fight just like everybody else, so people are going to trash on Bud for taking the tune-up fight. They shouldn't. No matter who fights, everybody's going to take even Canelo's taking a tune-up fight, and this guy like just fights champion stature, and he's taking a tune-up fight. So yeah, Bud, none of them are fighting anybody real until next year.
Yeah, I don't think so either. To be honest, let's say, what's up, Smoke? Danny Garcia, they've been waiting for a pay-per-view fight for the longest. For Al Heyman to deliver that for him, he ain't gonna fight no Errol Spence with nobody looking. He need that money.
So look, let me respond to that. So with the whole PBC, man, like honestly, like, okay, so we're not getting the fights that we want to see. So what do we do about it? Like is there a channel or like some way of like conveying a boxing purchasing power to them to just say, hey, you know what, this is what we want to see, or do you even think that they even care?
I think they do care, but in a specific way. The best way you could do it is by not watching the fight. It lowers the ratings.
As fans, was the best thing to do, or for the company was the best thing to do? Does PBC need to be in cahoots with Fox? Or they could just move anywhere they want?
Only Fox and Showtime.
Because Al Heyman can move his fighters as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't think all the fighters has to be on Fox. Look at Mikey Garcia went to the zone. Guys can move around. They're their own bosses. I don't think PBC fighters are. They don't have, how you say? They don't have
leverage,
network affiliation yet, right?
Yeah, they don't have no leverage. Yo, but real quick, before you continue, Guido's trying to get back in.
Yeah, man, Guido could stay outside, bro. It's not like we need him.
Guido could come back in.
Yeah. As I was saying, bro, the PBC, a lot of people complain about the PBC when in actuality, the PBC has given us so many great fights. Like, if you really think about the latest classics we have seen in the last 12 or 18 months, we had Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao, which was a great fight. Everybody will remember that fight for Manny Pacquiao being a 40-year-old, beating the prime Keith Thurman. The other fight, Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia, a clash. Many people compare this to Sugar Ray Leonard when he fought Roberto Duran when Duran moved up 2 weight classes, bro. The other one, wait, bro, I don't understand why y'all laughing, bro, but that's real. There's a lot of hype.
No, I'm saying no. It's the promo was like that, but the fight wasn't like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm talking about the promo. Yeah.
Yeah,
It sold 50,000 in Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Jerry Jones was there. Everybody was there, bro. Then we got Errol Spence, Sean Porter, bro, a classic. A fight we're gonna remember to this day, bro. A fight that gave us so much passion, so much emotion, so many truths, bro. This showed that Errol Spence can go in the inside and fight with a dirty fighter like Sean Porter, bro. So it gave us Deontay Wilder, bro, versus Tyson Fury 1 and 2, bro. And we're still waiting for the third one.
Well, you can't say 2. That's ESPN.
Yeah, but it was a co-promotion. PBC was on there too, bro. So you got to give him props.
Okay. All right. That's fair. I think
so you're saying the PBC in the past 18 months gave us one good fight. One fight that was just Manny Pacquiao being Manny Pacquiao, and the other one was welterweight versus a glorified chubby lightweight.
Three great fights, bro, that we're gonna remember to this day. And not only were they big fights, they were legendary fights. Can you name me DAZN or Top Rank? The last 3 great fights they have had in the last 12 or 18 months.
I like Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis. That was one.
That was not a big fight. That was not a big fight.
You mean
it didn't have no promotion to it.
Okay, so you mean like big fights or like great fights?
Mega event.
Didn't the Zone just have Fight of the Year with
Mega
versus
Mega events in the US, bro? I'm not talking about Japan. Mega events that we're gonna remember, bro.
Nobody's gonna remember Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao. Nobody's gonna remember Spence.
What are you
versus,
talking about, bro? How are they not gonna remember? How are they not gonna remember when what Manny Pacquiao did was legendary, bro? That fight.
Manny Pacquiao's a legend. Nobody's gonna remember that fight. That's like his fight number whatever in his ranking. He's gonna be remembered for a lot of other fights. What like Floyd Mayweather.
The PBC gets no
he's gonna be remembered for like the Mascot fight,
together.
the Cotto fights, all these like fights with all these Hispanics.
The PBC gets no props for putting up that fight, but Manny Pacquiao does, bro. Manny Pacquiao is not the promoter, bro. The PBC has given us so many great fights, bro. I think you're just a PBC hater from the vibes I get from you, bro. And that's just facts.
I hate the PBC, but all because I hate the PBC doesn't mean I don't give shout outs to when I have a good fight. Like I give shout outs.
So you hate the PBC, so you're biased. So we can't take you serious, bro.
What's his name?
You're a biased analyst of the sport of boxing, bro. That's facts, bro. I've yet to lie. You lied. You said it to yourself that you hate the PBC, bro.
And I think Pacquiao and Thurman is big because that's a big fight.
Yo, so are you trying to say like outside of the United States, or like you can't count outside
mega events, Glenn? That's what I said, bro. Open up your ears. I said mega events, bro.
Well, I'm not leaning off subjects, bro. I'm asking you a question because I'm trying to.
Bro, you gotta understand what I'm saying, bro. I'm not gonna be repeating myself, bro. I'm really getting tired of fucking repeating myself, bro.
But I'm answering you. If you shut the fuck up for a second, you listen.
Hey, you shut the fuck up, bro. You a straight bitch, man. You always trying to come at me, bro. You a straight hoe, man. You don't know shit about me, bro. I left you alone, bro. You keep on coming at me, man. You're a straight hoe, bro. Leave me the fuck alone, bro.
Joshua versus Ruiz Jr. actually broke fucking records from Mayweather versus McGregor. So that's why I'm asking the clarifying question. I'm trying to understand what the fuck you're talking about.
But you can ask the question, but don't disrespect me, bro.
Nobody disrespect you. The one that disrespect me first. So if you can't dish it out, then don't fucking take it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with you, bro?
Shut the fuck up, bro.
I don't need to shut the fuck up, bro. You're 22. Bro. You're a little bitch, bro. I slap
you a bitch, bro. You ain't know about shit, bro. I ain't called you out. You a straight hoe, bro. Each time I call your fucking number, you bitch out. You straight ass hoe.
Come back in 2 weeks and apologize again. Come back in 2 weeks and apologize.
Come on, boxing.
Okay, somebody tell me a more high fight this year than Canelo. I mean, last year than Canelo versus Kovalev. That fight was beyond hype. It was like it was a little guy versus the big guy. The little guy was the favorite, but everybody knew that the big guy could knock out the little guy. That was like probably the biggest fight last year.
That was a big fight, but the memory of that fight is always going to be Nate Diaz and Masvidal. That night overshadowed them.
That still did bigger numbers than any of the PBC fight he's talking about. The PBC fight was 400,000, which was the Pacquiao versus Thurman fight and
I like big.
Spence versus Garcia. They only did like 400,000, while this did over 600 to a million.
I mean, I don't go really for the big fights like mega fight that was promoted. Like I don't think Spence and Garcia for me was like, yeah, it was promoted, but that wasn't that was a mismatch coming in. Any boxing pugilist know that was a damn mismatch.
Right.
That was robbing the bank. That's not even.
But okay, let's say you believe that, bro. But that's not what the fans thought. There are many fans in the stadium that thought Mikey Garcia was gonna win, bro.
The way
so you got to give the consumers what they want.
The way I mean, I don't think the consumer what they want. They shoved it to our face because we didn't ask for that fight. Ain't nobody was asking, yo, we gotta see Garcia and Spence. They gotta make that fight. That the fans wasn't called in that fight. So the promotion made it, and they did a good job in promoting the fight to make it seem like, yo, this could happen and this could happen. Nah, man, a good fight. You know what was a good fight? Sergey Derevchenko versus Triple G. That was a good fight.
But it wasn't no mega fight. That's what he is.
No, it wasn't.
I'm talking about fights you're gonna remember for years, like Joe Frazier versus Ali, Hagler versus Hearn, Sugar Ray Leonard, Duran, Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield. Like those are the type of fights we remember, bro. Chavez versus Taylor.
Nonito Donaire versus Inoue was a night. That was a
no. It's not a fight we're gonna remember, bro. Nobody remembers that fight. That fight came out at 5 a day in the U.S. because the fight was in Japan. Nobody cared about that.
I got a question for you. Can you answer one question for me? What do you remember more, a fight or moments?
Moments, bro.
Well, tell me a moment from those fights that you're talking about. And there's one between all three fights.
Well, Mikey Garcia stepping up to the plate, that was a great moment before the fight, bro. The anticipation for the fight was immense, bro. Like,
I think the biggest moment was Anthony Joshua losing to Andy Ruiz. That was the biggest moment.
Yeah, that was a big fight, of course, bro. But
no, I'm saying moment.
Fight.
No, I'm saying moment. The biggest moment, like
when I'm talking about the 3 fights he's talking about, tell me a moment of those 3 fights are going to be remembered, throughout your career, because people don't remember fights; they remember moments of fights. So tell me moments of those fights. You can't. I can tell you one, and that's it.
Sean Porter in the 11th round. You remember that one? Like everybody thought, oh shit, Errol Spence is losing the fight. It was a 10th round, bro. Next thing you know, Errol Spence drops him and he dominates the 12th round, which ends up Errol Spence winning the fight, bro. That was a moment of the fight.
People aren't going to remember that. What they will remember was when Pacquiao dropped Thurman. They'll remember that part, but they won't remember what you just saying. People aren't going to remember that. That's why you're overrating those things to be legendary fights, because there's no moments there. People want snippets, and there were no snippets there to see. Unlike with Joshua versus Ruiz Part 1, where in the third, was the 4th round or 3rd round, where there was they both exchanged knockouts. People are gonna remember that. People are gonna remember, when Andy Ruiz knocked out knocked out Joshua. People are gonna remember when
bro, I just gave you snippets.
Tyson Fury knocked out Wilder.
Of the 11th round of Errol Spence, bro. You keep on being combative against me, bro. Just take it for what it is, man.
That's what people are gonna remember. This is gonna remember about Tyson Fury and Wilder. They're gonna remember, Inoue and Nonito Donaire. They're gonna remember Taylor Prograis. They're gonna remember Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. They're gonna remember Porter and Errol Spence. They're gonna remember Logan Paul versus KSI. They're gonna remember. Yeah, they're gonna
Chavez
remember
versus Jacobs, bro, because they threw trash at the end of the fight. We're gonna remember that.
Yeah, I mean the fights that was supposed to be big, that's not gonna be remembered, was Khan versus Crawford.
Facts.
Nobody remember that.
Facts, bro. And Get the Smoke said it perfectly. He remembers when Errol Spence dropped Sean Porter, bro. I was up in my feet, bro. I was celebrating, bro, because I actually thought the fight was tied up. I had it 5-5 going into the 11th round. And when I saw Errol Spence dropping Sean Porter, bro, man, I threw my beer so high in the air, bro. I was so happy, bro. Errol Spence, bro, put up for the hood. Oak Cliff, man, Dallas, Texas, 214. So, man, and he dominated the 12th round, bro. He closed out strongly, bro. Like, that was a memorable moment to me, bro, and to a lot of people, bro. Not only me.
a good fight that people's gonna forget also was Ugas and Porter.
Nah, that was shit. That was a shit fight. It was a shit fight, bro.
I think Ugas, man. I think
Ugas should have won that fight.
Ugas is a ducker.
Ugas is ducking. People are ducking Ugas, not the other way around.
No, Ugas duck butt.
I think I like Ugas, but he's too much of a Al Heyman pet, in my opinion.
What you mean by that?
Al Heyman pet meaning that he'll do whatever Al Heyman tells him to do. For example, when he beat Ray Robinson for the he beat Ray Robinson on the Eliminator to become Earl Spence mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
So he dropped the mandatory. Al Heyman made a move to the WBC so Earl Spence could have that easy fight with Carlos Ocampo.
Yeah, that was wild.
Drop the link. Some people are trying to get in, Punch. Drop the link.
Oh, my fault. I wasn't even reading. My fault.
That Ocampo fight was like that shit came out of nowhere.
Exactly, because it was supposed to be Ugas and Spence. But they probably was like, yo, Al Heyman, yo, Ugas, go to WBC. We need this homecoming fight in Dallas. He got to make a good show. We're investing a lot of money, and then he became like a pet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's why Ugas can't complain. I in my Twitter feed go, yo, because they be answering on the Twitter. If y'all look at my Twitter, I was going at it with Ella B yesterday. What was it? The day before yesterday or yesterday? These dudes be answering, and Ugas couldn't. He answered, but he couldn't. He couldn't really say anything to debunk what I was saying. I was saying,
big no saying, bro. Big no.
You know what I think it is, Punch? What I think it is, bro, is when it comes to the Cuban fighters, bro, it's like what we were talking about like last week, where it comes to dudes coming from third world countries. They get that money and they, you know what I mean, like they're a little satisfied. They're like, oh shit, I got money for my family. You know what I'm saying, they get a little complacent, you know what I'm saying, and they don't really put the same eagerness like when it was in the Olympics and shit like that. You know what I mean? I think that might be a problem when it comes to that, because I see like so many skilled fighters coming out of third world countries, and they get a little taste of the pie. And they're like, oh shit, man, you know what? This is really good. I like this. And I'm instead of fighting for more, they're like, oh shit, you know what? I think I can relax with this with my family. You know what I mean?
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, money does change a lot, man. You don't know what's people's ceiling. That's what it is. You never know. You never know what's other people's ceiling.
It's not only third world countries, bro. It's everywhere in the world, bro. Like money
it's here too.
Anybody that's not used to it. Period.
Yeah, it's here too.
Yo, what's going on, H Money?
I want to say this real quick. Look, Punch drunk. I'm balling like Gerald Sayers. Got me counting paper. Look, I'm smoking with my neighbors. Hey, basket robbing different flavors. Young nigga counting paper.
I ain't mad at it.
Hey,
man,
you feel me?
Dropping an album soon.
Came in spit bars.
Just a little some spit bars for you. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out to Punch Drunk Boxing.
Yeah, Punch, hey, your brother. Yo, I send the link.
Spit a ether to Johnny Boy, bro. We want to hear that shit, bro.
Yeah, I send the rankings for you in the private chat, so you can see how horrible that was. The ranking.
L Dog is a hater, bro. Straight up, man.
You got it? You got the link?
Al Heyman is showing boxing. Yeah, I got the link.
Okay.
Al Heyman
is destroying boxing.
I don't think Al Heyman
is a stupid comment, bro.
I don't think Al Heyman is destroying boxing.
L Dog is one of those dudes that kisses asses to Johnny Boy. So
I don't think he's destroying boxing. I think he don't care about the fans, because his job is not to care about the fans. His job is just to care about his clients. Exactly. That's the difference between a promoter and just a manager. Shelly Finkel's don't care about what we think as a manager. He only cares about his clients. So Al Heyman only cares about his clients and making them money. He's not there to answer nobody's questions because he's a manager. He don't need to answer nobody's questions. So me, if I'm thinking the business side of boxing, and I'm looking at what Al Heyman has done for fighters, I'm like, yo, dope. But from a fan point of view, I don't like Al Heyman. But if you want to understand the business of boxing and what he does for fighters, you'd be like, man, Al Heyman is cool. Al Heyman is needed because he's the one
he's
that's
a businessman.
Yeah,
Punch, bro. What's up with this France dude? Hold on, bro. Hold on. What's up with this France dude, bro? He's always talking shit, bro.
Yeah,
He's
he's
always trying to
trolling, man.
change the
Keep it
conversation,
respectful
bro.
in the chat, yo. You heard what he said, man. We trying to get these videos monetized. I just a punch on your video with Keyshawn Davis, deleted every comment, bro. Out of respect for you, bro. You won't see nothing, bro. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man. That means a lot, brother. Thanks, man.
That's at MXBC, bro. MXBC love, bro.
Yeah. What's good, Smoke? You jumped off.
Smoke got shook, man.
Nah, Smoke. Smoke.
Okay, I've always like you guys punch. I've always said Heyman looks out for his fighters, but now I'm starting to see he's not looking at fight anymore. He's looking out for the networks now at this point because he's giving up like quite a few of his fighters have had big offers and he's rejected them for less money just to satisfy Fox. At this point, he's no longer looking at his fighters, now he's looking out for his network, which is Fox.
Of course, he's looking out for the investors. Yeah, of course. You know, I understand that also, but that's what I mean. Either or, he's not looking out for the boxing fans. So as a boxing fan, no, I don't give a damn about Heyman. But
hey, Punch Drunk though. I'm sorry, but Al Heyman did make some big fights in 2019, 2020. You just mentioned Sergey Derevyanchenko versus Triple G. Sergey Derevyanchenko is a PBC fighter, and they allowed him to come to the zone. Even Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua. Andy Ruiz, another PBC fighter who fought against Anthony Joshua. Two of the biggest fights in 2019. Also, Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder, a PBC fighter, went to ESPN Top Rank and made another big fight. So we have to give credit when credit is due.
No, yeah, I'll give credit. I'll give credit. I mean, I think fans they get frustrated because we don't get the fans that we asked for. We still haven't had the fight that the fans are asking for, and that's what it is. So if the fan is asking for Bud and Spence, Al Heyman is in the middle of that. If the fans is asking for Joshua and Wilder, Al Heyman is in the middle of that. And that's the two mega fights that the fans want to see. One to see
real quick. Hold on, Kilowatt. Let me ask this real quick. Because basically what you try to do, Punch, and I heard that earlier, and I want to get your perspective. You know what I'm saying? So it sounded like you were labeling Al Heyman in a way that you would label Donald Trump, right? He's doing the business thing. Yeah, he's not doing everything for the people, but he's doing it for business, right? And that's what I hear you saying all the time about Trump. So I would caution the panel to engage in that subject ignorantly because Punch Drunk is wise and hip to that. You know what I mean?
Can we please
that's a dumbass question, bro. That's a dumbass question to ask, bro. One is politics and the other one's a promoter. That's a stupid question.
Bro, Punch know what I'm talking about. He smirked. He know what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I mean? Like if you don't get it, bro, just shut up.
I mean,
damn.
Nah, you shut up, bro. Don't be quieting me down, bro. What's wrong with you, bro?
In that sense,
talk when you know something. Just shut the fuck up if you don't know.
Man, you shut the fuck up, bro.
Let's respect each other.
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Relax.
Each other, my brothers.
Relax, man. In that sense, look, this is what it is. Like I explained this a lot, Glenn, bro. You may see it a different way. I see it as, if you patriotic, you like what he's doing. You like what he's doing. You like his moves. For you, he might be doing. You might be looking at it like he's doing things for corporate. I'm looking at it like he's looking out for corporate. It's also looking out for the people. Looking out for corporate is just not looking out for corporate interests. Helping out corporate is also helping out the people. Is the reason why, let's say, a guy like Obama bail out corporate because or the car industry. Because it helps out the workers, it helps out the people in Detroit, helps out, but they didn't come back to America, they left. But I'm saying you got to help out corporate also because it helps out the little people. If you don't help out Target, then you can't help out the people that work in Target, and those are big corporations. So that's how I see it. I don't see it like that, how other people may see it.
I'm just saying,
for sure, man.
Go ahead,
we got. I'm sorry, Glenn. Go ahead, Glenn. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, you good. Go ahead.
You go ahead because I think I cut off Kilowatt earlier too. So I apologize.
Yeah, it's just that Punch Drunk was telling everybody to keep it respectful in the chat, and I'm hearing a whole lot of bums in the chat. Disrespecting. You know what I mean? I try to keep it respectful as possible. Punch Drunk. We I know you see in the comments people spamming like you were saying I was doing. They pretty much doing the same thing. You know what I mean? I don't understand that.
Nah, to be honest, like, so when I'm talking, I sometimes don't watch the comment because then it's sidetrack. I start forgetting what I'm about to say. I read a comment, so then let's say now I'm reading the comments. You see, now I'm reading because now I'm back on the comment. You know?
Yeah, I know you told me like keep it respectful, and I think they should do the same thing. Johnny Bum's followers, they still hurt. They still hurt. You know, I feel you, Guido. Because you told me to chill. You told me to chill in the chat, but they got to do the same thing, don't it, bro?
No.
I mean, yeah.
I want to ask you because I sent Prince a link for the rankings, and I want you to give me an opinion, what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if a Punch can read it that way, so we can hear what everybody got to say, you know, about the rankings, you know. I think that's an interesting topic right now, you know.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I hear you. What's good? Hold on.
What's up, man? What up?
Where you at? What's good, son?
All right, can I break down H Money already at this point for his comments about the fights that PBC made?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
okay, H Money. You gave credit to PBC for Ruiz, Joshua too. You talk about the same PBC that tried to stop that fight from happening, and the reason they were forced to make that fight was because they were contractually obligated to make that fight because automatic Reebok costs.
The biggest moment in boxing. Didn't you just mention that as the biggest moment in boxing? And you was telling El Jefe that was a big moment.
I said Ruiz, Joshua 1, not 2.
Well, it doesn't matter. Isn't Ruiz a PBC fighter?
He wasn't a prime PBC fighter. They pretty much was a last minute replacement. The PBC did not make that fight. Joshua made that fight.
Is he a PBC fighter? Yes or no?
He is a PBC fighter.
Okay, then.
But he wasn't a prime PBC fighter. It wasn't a big fight. When they made that fight, it wasn't a big fight. And then we're going to talk about, let's see.
Or whatever, bro. He's a PBC fighter, and they made the fight happen twice. Not one time, but 2 times.
First off, they didn't make it happen. Joshua made it happen. Joshua was the A side, not PBC.
But didn't he fight a PBC fighter? Twice.
That part's irrelevant. That part's irrelevant. PBC didn't make that fight happen. The Zone and Joshua made that fight happen.
PBC are making the biggest fights. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Even Punch Drunk said Triple G versus Derevyanchenko was a great fight. So what is your argument?
Derevyanchenko versus Triple G. PBC didn't make that fight. It was a mandated fight for a title. They didn't make that fight. The only time you make a fight is when you're the A side and you go out of the way to make the fight. Hey, H Money, when you're talking, I don't talk, correct?
Do your homework.
Hey, H Money, when you're talking, I keep my mouth shut. Can you please give me that same respect I'm giving you?
You're not making sense, bro. You saying that's not a prime time fighter. That is a PBC fighter. Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua was the biggest fight in 2019. Point blank, period.
But they didn't make those fights. Only time you make the fight is when you're the A side. When you're the B side, you're not making fights. You're just hoping to get that fight.
You're just making excuses, bro. Just to hate. Stop the hate, bro. Just stop the hate.
Who's hating? I'm saying a fact. Only people who make fights are the A side. B side don't make fights. They just accept the fight that that they're gonna get their
So it takes 2 to tango. It takes 2 to tango if you don't know.
It doesn't really take to the tango because if you're being offered, being overpaid, yeah, you're gonna take the money. It's sort of like if somebody right now offers you $1 million to go, walk on the street, you're gonna do it.
Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua and he knocked him out, and he's a PBC fighter.
But again, PBC didn't make that fight. The Zone made that fight. That's why it was on The Zone. Because The Zone overpaid Ruiz to take that fight.
PBC sent their fighter over there to make the fight happen. What are you talking about? If PBC would have never allowed Andy Ruiz to come to The Zone and fight, the fight would have never happened.
Again, Joshua made that fight, not Ruiz. Ruiz is a nobody. At that point, Ruiz was a nobody. He was a complete nobody. Nobody knew who he was. He had already lost.
Yes,
he was actually about to retire.
Against Joseph Parker. He fought against Joseph Parker for a world title, and a lot of people thought he won that fight. So stop hating. You know what I mean? This is why boxing is struggling. Mr. Moonshine, this is why boxing is hurting right now. Because of people like this not giving credit and hating on other networks for no reason. This is why boxing is hurting. This is why, bro. Because PBC made these. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
A lot of haters. A lot of haters.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean it takes two to tangle. Even he got a point. I understand what you're trying to say, Kalua, with the A side, but also if Andy Ruiz, if Al Heyman says, you know what, I'm not giving up none of my fighters, then you're not dealing with PBC.
Okay, then why didn't like a PBC give up
Mexican heavyweight champion of all time? We would have never had the first Mexican champion of all time, bro. Heavyweight champion ever, if it wasn't for Al Heyman and PBC making these big fights. Just get that.
You're telling me Al Heyman had any kind of pull in that first fight?
This is really hurt in the sport of boxing. If Al Heyman would have never made those fights with Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua, you know what I'm saying? The biggest fight in 2019, Triple G versus Deryanchenko was the best fight. Even Punch Drunk said it. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. They sent Deontay Wilder to ESPN and made the fight happen, but you still hating on him and not giving him credit, man. This is why the sport is hurting, man.
Does Frank Warren get credit as well? Does Frank Warren get credit as well for Wilder versus Fury?
Of course, we give everybody credit, brother.
Who else? What else was the fight out there? You got what was all the cross promotion fights this year?
Jose Ramirez versus Maurice Hooker with Top Rank in the zone. You know what I mean? You had also Lomachenko versus Lou Campbell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Matchroom and Top Rank. Also, you had
Jason Rosario versus Charlo. Samson.
Who's Rosario with? I didn't know this.
Samson promotion.
Okay. Also, you had another fight, Terrence Crawford versus Amir Khan. Amir Khan, a Matchroom fighter. You know what I'm saying? Even Lomachenko versus Krolla, who was a Matchroom fighter with DAZN, making these fights happen. When Eddie Hearn makes a fight happen, you give him credit. Al Heyman does the same thing, give him credit. You know what I'm saying? This is why Charlo and Harrison. I think.
No, Charlo's they both were PBC, right? Harrison is with PBC.
Right.
Yeah, they PBC.
Yeah, they PBC.
Yeah, they both are PBC, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me hear Cinnamon, bro. Or what's his name? Yeah, Cinnamon.
Yeah, what
He
up?
been
Cinnamon
waiting to
Savage?
speak for a minute, bro.
What's good, Cinnamon Savage? What's
I'm
good?
just enjoying the debate.
Okay, man. Get in debate too, man. You got anything to say about this?
No, not about. I'll wait for the topic to change.
Got you. I respect that.
H Money, can you list the five best fights where
about
PBC was the A side where they made a fight?
Boxing,
but to be honest,
we're talking about making the sport grow. Let's make the sport grow.
But to be honest, I think Andy Ruiz was more of a sacrifice than I don't think that Al Heyman knew that he was going to beat Anthony Joshua. I don't think so. I think it was more of a sacrifice.
I thought so. You know what I mean? Anthony Joshua, bro, was known for having a weak chin. Anthony Joshua was known for getting knocked down. You know what I mean? We seen Povetkin hurt him with fast hands like that. Eddie Hearn was telling us the whole time. We chose Andy Ruiz to make the best fight happen. He talked about Andy Ruiz's fast hands. I mean, you seen Andy Ruiz versus Joseph Walker?
No, I mean, Andy Ruiz just came off like what a 4 week
Yeah,
off.
it was like a short turnaround.
For him though. That was the best thing for him. He was already in fight shape.
Yeah,
you seen what happened? Yeah, you know he's the type of guy he got to stay active.
But
you know what I'm saying? We see what happened in the rematch when he got overweight.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the second fight. I'm saying you got Joshua 6'4", huge reach. I thought the second fight was gonna happen the first fight when I saw it on paper, but then he came in swinging. You know what I'm saying? Got caught.
Because remember, Andy Ruiz just signed with PBC that same year. He only had one fight with PBC and then had then he was off for like 4 weeks and then he got the Anthony Joshua fight. So that's why I said for me it was more like a sacrifice because remember they was asking for Luis Ortiz.
Yo, can I pose a question real quick?
Go ahead, Glenn.
Yo, so let's say Deontay Wilder knocks out Fury. Let's just go that route, right? Because everybody's expecting Fury to beat him, right? But let's say he gets banned or something for cheating, or even if he doesn't cheat or he get knocked out or something like that, right? So then that chops down the 6'9" man and it goes to a 6'6" guy that has the championships. Now you're talking about a little more closer in height with AJ, with Usyk, with Andy Ruiz. How do you see the playing field going like that? After that, if Fury's out of the mix.
If Wilder beats Fury, all PBC is going to do is fight PBC fighters, PBC fighter like they've shown in the past. H Money, can you list 5 fights in the past 5 years where PBC has been the A side and they made a fight versus another top tier talent?
Nobody cares about A side and B side, man. I'm here to talk boxing. Don't talk to me about A, B, C, and D, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, we'll punch drunk another cross promotional fight, Canelo versus Kovalev. That was another cross promotion fight. That was one of the biggest fights of the year. See, me, I'm Mr. DAZN, but Punch Drunk Boxing, I appreciate PBC making these big fights. The Sergey Derevyanchenko fight, which was on DAZN, Sergey Derevyanchenko versus Triple G was on DAZN. Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua. That's 3 of the best fights. You know what I'm saying? 3 of the best fights was because of PBC. So we have to give credit.
Luke Campbell, Lomachenko.
I love y'all brothers,
but that was on ESPN though.
Yo, I love you.
That was on ESPN.
Hold on. I love you, brothers, but it sounds like nobody's answering my question. If Fury is out of the
Glenn. Dude, cut your question off. He cut your question off. Go ahead, Glenn.
Okay, so I'm saying I'll pose it back again to everybody. It doesn't matter who answers it, but what I'm saying is, if Fury's out of the equation, who do we see as undisputed or the potential to have an undisputed legacy?
I don't believe that we're gonna have any undisputed, to be honest.
If Fury's out of the equation,
I think Joshua though. What about Joshua? He does have 4 belts. Joshua got 4 of those belts. Fury only got 1.
No, I think if Wilder wins, let's say he knocks out, I think they're gonna keep it in house. They're gonna fight. Let's say Anthony Joshua beats Pulev, they're gonna fight the winner of Chisora and Usyk. Then Anthony Joshua got a good big fight in the UK versus Usyk. So, he's not going to take the Deontay Wilder fight because they'll strip him. He's not. There's not going to be no unification bout. Even if Tyson Fury ain't going to be no unification bout with Anthony Joshua until Eddie Hearn is not going to let that money slip away with Usyk. I don't think so. And remember,
Usyk's not first in line. The first in line is going to be White.
Usyk ranked number 1 in the WBO.
No. But that's not obligated for Anthony Joshua.
But it is for the winner between Fury versus Wilder. That's the very first obstacle that's gonna come in.
But
that's on February 21st.
But that's what I'm saying. That we ain't gonna see no unification bout after that fight. WBC is mandating a fight, and then the WBO is mandated a fight. They just gave the WBO and IBF just made a deal to let the IBF go first. But if you don't fight the win of Chisora and Usyk, he's gonna get stripped. So we ain't not gonna get no unification about 2021 either. Watch.
So what about the rumors that we're hearing that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua has agreed to fight? You know what I mean? What about that?
Nah, that's a lie.
Fight deal.
Well, how they're gonna agree to that when they still have to take care of?
I was asking
White.
Mr. Moonshine a question. I
think that was verbally agree. But then this got Tom back on there. Who was it? I think Eddie Hearn. That wasn't. They didn't make the deal yet. I mean, it's smart for Tyson Fury to get that down pat, because if he's making that deal, it's because he's probably looking at himself losing to Deontay Wilder, and at least he still got some intangibles with Anthony Joshua and still could have a big fight. So he's using that deal with Anthony Joshua for insurance. If I lose to Deontay Wilder, I got first dibs with Anthony Joshua even before Deontay Wilder wants to unify with Anthony Joshua. You feel me? So that's just a good business move by Tyson Fury if he could get that deal done. But I don't think the deal is done really.
Okay, yeah, because I remember like a couple of weeks ago they were saying Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua have agreed, you know what I'm saying, to a 2-fight deal, you know what I'm saying, and right after the Wilder trilogy. So the fight is agreed upon. Remember they were saying it. Everybody was talking about it.
Yeah. But I don't think they actually really did it yet. They could have done it, but I don't think so. I don't think that you can make a deal so far like that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, where's it going to be? What date?
It's cross promotional. You gotta deal with a bunch of different promoters at the same time, and agree. Everybody needs to agree on that one. You know what I mean?
I mean, if Tyson Fury loses and Anthony Joshua loses, and they're gonna fight 2 times, really, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think that's just verbal agreement. Probably, I could believe that's verbal agreement.
So, Glenn, to answer your question, I mean, in a perfect scenario where these guys really care about unifying and being that guy, and everybody work together, these fights can be made to happen. If Wilder beats Fury this next fight, I would give him the best chance of unifying. I mean, like, I can definitely see AJ knocking Wilder out, like, early, but I think Wilder has a really good chance of beating anybody with a shorter reach than him. And
that's why I posed the question, because you just said it exactly what I was thinking about. Like, so with his height, with Tyson Fury, you would think if he didn't cheat and he does it again, right, then obviously he's the best pick for unification. But if he loses or something happens, right, and then where they find out that he was cheating, then all of a sudden now you got people like around the same height with the same kind of power and strategy. Yeah, Wilder has like a puncher's chance all the time, but you also have more skills with AJ, and everything becomes more intriguing when it comes to that. That's why I pose the question. You know what I mean? Because I'm not sure myself, so that's why I'm asking you guys, because we're on a boxing channel with a bunch of boxing pugilists, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So that's why I'm asking the question.
Dillian White, he could catch Wilder with that left hook. Maybe. I don't see it happen. I don't think he got the head movement to really escape. Like AJ
Joshua?
No, Dillian White. I don't see Dillian White doing it. Joshua.
I remember Dillian White wouldn't be who?
I don't think Dillian White could beat Wilder.
No, I don't see that.
You tell me the same Wilder's been running for Dillian White for how many years now? You talking about that Wilder?
You just don't like. He don't like Wilder. He don't like BBC. He just one of these guys. You know what I mean? He don't like Earl Spence. He just one of these haters, man. I can tell, man. You know what I mean?
I don't hate any of the fighters. Like, I think all these fighters are good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got that type of, promotional bias or hatred towards anything. Not saying that.
See how terrible Dillian White look in this.
Wait, hold on real quick. Dylan White, the same guy who got knocked down by Oscar Rivas. Dylan White, the same guy who got dropped against Joseph Parker. Dylan White, the same guy that got dropped against Derek Chisora. Dylan White, that's the guy you're talking about. No chin, Dylan White, who got knocked out by Anthony Joshua. Is that who you're talking about, fangirl?
You're talking I'm also talking about that Wilder who got knocked out by that 500-pound like Pathfinder by Pillsbury Doughboy. You talking about that Wilder? Who has Wilder beat? Wilder has beat nobody. He has beat nobody. Why is he fighting the best of the best? Wilder has fought nobody.
That are hated the most. American boxers that are hated the most, and he just refuted you. Go watch the replay, buddy. Hey, man, come on, man. That's why you gotta love Mr. Moonshine, man. Biasly. You know what I'm saying? Elijah, hey, what do you say? All of that, bro.
Logically and objectively. Nah,
facts, bro. He just saying Wilder ain't beat nobody. Mr. Moonshine, cook, my man. Put your apron on and cook for the people, because he's saying Wilder hasn't beat anybody.
I said a 60-year-old, Ortiz who has high blood pressure.
Ortiz
hasn't beat by himself. Then why was he winning the whole fight before he got knocked out?
Right,
both times.
He's
so old. How was he looking great? Like
I already said it in the intro, man. I think for me, Kalua, my opinion, man, that needs that talking point is getting too old for me. Like, he hasn't fought nobody. He hasn't fought. Deontay Wilder wasn't supposed to be the Deontay Wilder that he is today. He's supposed to be that guy that y'all call nobody. He was supposed to be
less than Cristobal Areola, bro.
Yeah, real. Like, we need this man. He knocked every man out.
Like, who else does that? Like, yeah,
again, if Canelo fought, he's still in competition. Canelo would have a perfect record, and every single fight would be a knockout. A lot of boxers, if they fought the kind of caliber of opponent that Deontay Wilder fought, they'll be undefeated with a bunch of knockouts as well.
Why hasn't Chris Areola been undefeated and knocked out everybody he's fought, or any other heavyweight?
Exactly, 11 title
That dude,
defenses.
Deontay Wilder is an amazing athlete. He doesn't have the best technical skill, but like he is what he is. Like,
and I feel like people forget.
Hey, Punch, have you watched the Boxing Bros breakdown of Wilder's career yet?
Nah.
You should. They'll tell you everything you need to know about his career. They break down every single fight in his whole career.
We all know who Wilder fights. That's your problem, bro. You're going to watch these stupid channels and it brainwashes you, and that's why you're thinking like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You don't have to go watch
Money.
those guys. We
know
he knocked out Luis Ortiz twice. We know he knocked out the boogeyman Luis Ortiz twice. Knocked out.
How many people gave all contract offers to Luis Ortiz? You can't be a boogeyman while people are trying to fight you.
Then he brought Tyson Fury twice in the first fight. No, he hasn't fought nobody, but he fought Tyson Fury twice.
H Money. How can you be a boogie? Tell me what kind of boogeyman gets offers and keeps rejecting offer after offer. 5 people I called out Luis Ortiz and he rejected all those fights. So how you a boogeyman when we were calling you out and you won't fight them?
He could have had Povetkin, but he tested positive too. He could have had fighters, but they don't come correct.
Real.
Yo, I thought this was gonna be a peaceful conversation when I brought that topic up. But yo, no. But I like it though. I like it though. But get GTS up in here, bro. But GTS, you got to be calm, man, and let people talk, bro.
Yeah, let them cook too, though. Let them cook. I
like GTS when he speaks, but you got to be calm, brother. Like let everybody talk. You see how everybody's talking and being peaceful? We got to be like that, bro.
For sure, but Glenn, this guy right here is saying, go watch this channel and see what they said about Wilder. Bro, we watched the fights. Why would I have to go watch a boxing channel, some guy that nobody knows, and I can just watch the actual fight, bro? That's your problem. You going by what another man is telling you. You know what I mean? You don't know anything about boxing. Wilder, 42 wins, 41 knockouts. Every man who ever faced him has hit the canvas. Every man, including Tyson Fury, 2 times dropped him. When are you going to get that hate out your blood? Now Wilder hasn't fought anybody. Al Heyman and PBC hasn't made no fights. Man, we tired of hearing that same bullshit, man. I'm sick of this bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying?
H, call me an instigator, but I want to hear his response. You feel me?
Money. If what you're saying is correct, why don't you go through this video and debunk it then? Then we can't. Guess what? We can't bring it up. If you could debunk it, we can't bring it up. But until you can,
this is what the video is about. Are you stupid? Do you see the title of the video? Read the title. America's most hated boxers. Deontay Wilder is in the titles. Punch Drunk already debunked it. Right? Say that to Punch Drunk, bro. He's the one doing the video about this nonsense you're talking about.
Yo, bro, I saw the Boxing Bros video on Wilder's resume. This is the thing you got to understand, which a lot of people understand. He started extra late, only had 16 amateur fights, won a bronze. What other fighter has 16 amateur fights, go to Olympic, and place at all? You know what I'm saying? I know he ain't got the best skills in the world, and when he turned pro, half his pro career was almost like a little amateur career. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of those fights was just build up development fights.
Yo, but but to be honest though, even that type of talking point about him having no skills, that's like me making a girl come, all like 40 bitches, I make them come like this in a second, and then everybody telling me I don't know how to fuck.
Okay, Dover, you said you watched the video. Can you tell me where they lied in that video? And in those 4 videos, tell me where they said that was untrue.
Shut up, bro.
I didn't ask you. I asked Cover. He see the video, not you.
Shut up, bro. Shut up, man. Real talk.
You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up.
Saying, watch the video. Shut up, bro. Shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up. I asked somebody who watched the video to tell me something, but you come and read your fucking mouth.
You a bitch. Shut up. Put your camera on.
Relax. Yo, all I'm saying is, Kalua, to be honest, I don't think I need to watch a video, man. I watch enough of Wilder and know his career from front to back. It's not a long career. So he don't have a lot of amateur background. We know he's Olympian. All I'm saying is he trying to take credit away from a guy that was not supposed to be the guy that he is today. That's the credit. that he's special. That's the thing that if anything, if you can't give him the type of credit that he's a good boxer, a good fighter, just say that he's a special fighter. Give him that.
Bro, if Deontay Wilder has an amateur pedigree that most boxers have, he would probably be one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Just from the talent.
Put it this way. Y'all lucky he don't got no skills.
Y'all lucky, exactly. Exactly.
Y'all lucky.
He really scared.
He's one of those fighters.
You forgot one thing: an Olympic bronze medalist as well. An Olympic bronze medalist, an Olympian.
I said, put it this way: he's so good that he's knocking everybody out with the first combination you learn in boxing schools, the 1-2. He didn't even have to learn anything else. He's knocking everybody out with damn basic. That's what's so special about it.
Yep. Damn basics and a metal hand. So how about if all these boxers had a metal hand too?
A metal hand.
Man,
give Mike Tyson a metal hand.
No. Hold on. He actually right about that. He had like a surgery. He had like a surgery, and I mean, I gotta be honest with you guys, bro. Like he actually right about that. He got the metal wires in his wrist.
Bro, the man was knocking people out before that, bro. They trying to make any excuse to try to defend Tyson. This guy right here. Yeah, he's watching all these.
I haven't been making no excuses. But
I'm not talking about you. I ain't talking. I'm talking about this guy right here who just said that. You know what I'm saying? Because Wilder was knocking people out before that.
Wait, so saying facts is not making excuses?
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah.
Go suck a dick. Oh, you already did.
I'm not you out.
Let's just relax. Come on, let's stick to boxing.
Yo, I had never heard about this metal hand.
Very
before.
funny.
Yeah, it's facts though. Hey,
y'all keep it on Andy Reid.
All right. So
your punch. Do I need to chime off? Do I need to chime off to get the smoke in here, bro? Like, because if I gotta give up my space, bro, I'll come back in.
10 people can be in here, Glenn. 10 people can get up in here now.
So yeah, let's smoke in, bro. He's trying to come in, and I know he be talking some shit too. You know what I mean?
No, let me step out. Yo, my boy, get the smoke. Take my spot. Hey, this guy just got cooked. You got cooked, buddy. You got cooked.
You didn't say a single fact, and I got cooked. Okay, whatever. Look at the chat. They don't agree with you.
And I'm like, nah. For me, that talk. To be honest, Kalo, is that talking point? I mean, it's almost like saying, does Wilder get? Give me one credit. Give me one credit of Deontay Wilder. If he can't get credit for anything.
Well, there's so many questions around him. Like I said, he has a metal hand. He has metal in his hand. No other boxers have that. That's an unfair advantage for everybody else. What if you gave Mike Tyson that metal hand? How many knockouts would he have? Would he lost to that? Would he lost his first fight if he had metal hands all over his, on one of his hands?
Metal hand. That was like a rod in his hand because he broke it from surgery. I'm pretty sure there's other boxers that have broken their hands and had surgery on them.
Well, you're saying that other boxers have it. Name which other ones have a metal rod with screws on their knuckles.
We probably wouldn't know. We probably wouldn't know. You know why? Because nobody's doing a video about them just to make them look like they're cheating or doing something like that.
Right.
Okay, then by that logic, then every boxer's on steroids because none of them have been proven to have steroids before.
Yeah, but we're looking for the negative. That's what I mean. I'm not here. I'm not here to look for somebody's negative or try to catch them cheating. I'm a boxing fan, man. I respect the fighters. I'm not here to look for their negative. I just want to give them props on
all fighters. I
give them props on what they do. I'm not trying to take away anything. Look, this is what I do in the channel. I don't try to take nothing away from boxers, but I'm not giving them extra credit. If they ain't earn it, I'm not giving it to them. But I'm not taking it away from them either. He knocked out every man he ever faced, and people talk to him like if he's a bum, like he can't fight, that he can't box and he can't fight. Really? That's the type of respect that people gonna have for fighters nowadays. He can't fight. He can't box. He got no skills. He hasn't fought nobody. That's Deontay Wilder. That's really what we're gonna say about him. He hasn't fought nobody. He got no boxing skills, and he can't fight. But he knocks every man he's faced.
And then defended his belt 10 times.
It doesn't make sense. The hate that much doesn't make sense.
Now, it kind of reminds me. Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead, Guido.
What I was gonna say that it reminds me of Chávez Sr. And people give him a hard time for going 89-0. And all they say he fought bombs after bombs after bombs, you know?
Yo, it happens a lot about they said that about Roy Jones Jr. Oh, he hasn't fought nobody. Oh, no, but when he fought Bernard Hopkins, that was when he was young. Yeah, Bernard Hopkins
I've heard
28
people say
years
that
old.
about Willie Pep.
I think most fighters have a lot of bumps in their
All of them.
resume.
Even with Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson, as soon as he got somebody that is elite, look, he couldn't do nothing. Man, all these guys was elite. If you look at the 1988, 1987, 1989 ranking, Mike Tyson beat everybody in the top 10 of that ranking.
Yeah, not for nothing. Like a little fun fact, bro. Fucking Triple G, his first fight was with somebody that had 1 win and like 20-something losses. That was his first fight.
A lot of fighters is like that. Check out Kell Brooks' resume. A lot of fighters is like that.
Resume.
Yeah, everybody expects you when you first start boxing to have a bad resume for your first 20 fights, but at some point you got to show something. And don't forget, Punch, early on when the first time you asked this question, I'm going to told you, like, Wilder's not hated as much as for himself. It's mainly about his fans and the LBDC. That's why he gets so much hated, because they hype him so much that people are going to tell, pretty much going to
hate them,
tear him down and tell the facts about him.
Stop trying to shit on Wilder. Shit on them then.
I mean, that's what I said earlier. I understand where the hate is coming from. I understand. I stated where the hate is coming from. But if we understand where the hate is coming from, then people need to just stop hating Wilder and hate the channel. Because he hasn't come out and said anything yet. Facts.
I've been saying that once. I've been saying it, you know? Why do I have to say a word about it?
You should say something about it?
So at this point, he could say something about it, but it's been so long that if we're gonna have the trilogy, that's all fans gonna care about. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Punch, but did he not see a lot before the Fury fight? This is Black History Month. I'm gonna make you Black History question mark. They came out with his whole song like black this, black this, black this. So he's pretty much condoning it, and he's also promoting at this point.
No, but you think about that. You gotta think about these two guys. These two guys, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Yo, they respect each other. They actually like each other. They don't really hate each other, bro. They don't hate each other. Look at the promotions after they finish the promotion. Look at them. This ain't hate. Like
Tyson Fury got nothing but great words for Deontay Wilder.
Every time.
Yep.
If one of them starts hating one another, well, I mean, hate somebody's guts, like where they really hate the other person, it's because the fans made them hate each other.
Or boxes be different by the time the fight starts. You know what I'm saying? Their emotional states being
that's just
a
like
whole different person.
That's just
so they
like
might say some wild stuff, near the fight. But
that respect might be out the window too now, because what if Wilder actually believes that Fury cheated?
I mean, that's the part that
hopefully he doesn't.
That's the part that we need to hear from Wilder now.
Yeah.
I mean, we're tired of hearing it from even if it's coming directly from Wilder and he's communicating with these channels. He does.
Apparently he does have communication.
No, I'm gonna say he does. Yeah. But also you got to understand that already that's a biased channel that we know that Wilder is the poster boy of those channels. So anything they say is not coming from an unbiased point of view. It's coming from a bias, so it's losing credibility. And I, like I said at the other live show, regardless how people want to feel, the negative of LDBC is that they race baiters. That's the negative. That's the number one stigma about them. The negative, whether it's true, whether it's fake, whatever. But that's the stigma. If you ask anybody that don't like the LDBC, they'll tell you the same thing.
Exactly and right. That's why I said Wilder played into it before the Fury fight. Why he brought race into it? Why that's him condoning, saying that I agree with these people who are causing me to be the most hated boxer in boxing. But
this what it is. Is one Deontay Wilder is proud to be African American, but he doesn't like diss another race. I don't like when other people diss another race just to up their own race. That's something else. For me, that's still self-hate. You gotta love other races, but be proud of your race is. That's really loving your race. It's
Well,
not.
is loving your race saying I'm gonna make Fury into a Black History Month trivia question? That's loving race, or is that hanging another race?
That's it. The fight was in Black History Month. I'm not sure. Like, where are you going with this?
Well, he's pretty much saying like, I'm gonna beat up a white guy, and they're gonna remember that I beat up a white guy on Black History Month. That's bringing a race. That's what he literally said.
If it was anybody else,
Did he say that?
Black History Month. He was saying, "I'm about to make Black History," basically.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I understand. It's for me when it comes from Deontay, and that's what I mean about us respecting a lot of fighters' journeys and looking at these fighters, not just getting into these fighters when they have a contractual fight. You know, if you look at Deontay Wilder and you look at how he talks and his life and the way he is a father and all of that. You know, when he's talking, something is promotion, and the other thing is he's a cool dude. Look at all his interviews since day one to now. Like, you can't, in my opinion, I'm sorry, but I can't be more proud of having a Deontay Wilder representing America as the heavyweight champion.
Okay, somebody asked when did Wilder said it. Let's check the private chat. I linked it right there. Exactly where Wilder said it.
Who else you would have representing America as a champion right now in America?
There's nobody.
Who would you have?
Andy Ruiz would be good. He's too lazy.
He's humble. He talks about God all the time. He talks about his Christianity.
But he's lazy.
They love Manny Pacquiao when he talks about it.
Yeah, but he's lazy.
I love Manny Pacquiao when he talk about it. Who's lazy?
Ruiz. That's why he lost.
No. I'm talking about Deontay Wilder.
Oh, Deontay Wilder, like, he doesn't represent him. His stuff when he started bringing race baiting. I lost all respect for Wilder when he started race baiting himself.
Look, I'm one of those guys that hate race baiting. I don't think he race bait to the point like LDBC. Not like that.
But he doesn't condemn him. He doesn't say, I don't agree with these by saying, and he doesn't distance himself for them. He's actually now calling out to him with his race baiting that he did before the Fury fight.
I'd rather him not say but think about it. Is he going to condemn remember, this is media. Deontay Wilder just can't be talking if he hears something he don't like. He's just going to come out and he's not going to do that. These are grown men. They do what they do.
Okay, what would happen if a bunch of Nazis started trash talking Wilder, and Fury didn't condemn them? Wouldn't he get the same heat?
No.
I don't know, man.
Where's GTS, bro? Where's GTS?
Smoke. I already sent the link.
You did? Oh, okay. Well, GTS, stop asking if you slacking, bro. Because I already advocated for you 3 times, brother. That's the last time.
Oh yeah, Avery. Back to that original question. It was a good question, but
thank you, brother.
I think everything played out. I think Wilder would be the best bet. Wilder or AJ. You know what I'm saying? AJ got crazy power too. I don't think
fight playing out.
But that shot.
I say this heavyweight era could be so good if people just respect the heavyweights. If people just respect Deontay Wilder for what he is. If people just respect Tyson Fury for what he is. If people just respect Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz, and Dillian White. This is a good crop of heavyweights. But if people are going to say that one of our champions can't fight and can't box, you're discrediting the whole division and the whole sport, and most of all, you're discrediting Tyson Fury's win.
Yeah, I discredit Tyson Fury all the time. I say Tyson Fury has a lot to answer for. The guy was off a 2-year. How many years? He was off for 5 years, and then he fought 2 nobodies. Then fought Wilder, who I give very little credit to, and then he got his ass whooped by Ottawa Wallin, who's not a good fighter, and then he beat Wilder. That's all Tyson Fury has to show for in the past 5 years.
Tyson Fury didn't get his ass whooped by Ottawa Wallin. He whooped Ottawa Wallin's ass. He got a cut and then beat the fuck out of him for the rest of the fight.
Nah, but I think they would have stopped the fight. He would have lost that fight. That's why they kept.
They could have stopped that fight. That cut was nasty.
But he was going to lose on the scorecards. Tyson Fury, they would have stopped it. He would have lost that fight. That's why they didn't stop the fight.
He got cut early. It was like super early.
Yeah,
because it was a punch, right?
Yeah. But this is what I mean. I'm not one of those guys that call fighters a bum, man. I respect the number 1 rank and I respect the 10,000 rank. I'm not, man. It takes a lot of. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people never been in the gym with fighters, and probably they don't have a connection or respect for the line of work that they do. So it's easy for people to be like, oh, he's a bum and he's this. Get in the gym, work out. See the type of work and sacrifice that they put in.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, Pons. They need to go to the boxing gym, see for themselves, and have a feels. How 1 minute feels, you know what I'm saying? I don't think most people won't even make it to 3rd round, 2nd round. You know what I'm saying?
And get gassed after 2 minutes of throwing some punches.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you gotta calculate it. You're not gonna just go swing. And you know, you gotta calculate down there. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
you can't just go out of gas. You know what I'm saying?
I've said it so much, man. I said, yo, punch the heavy bag. Go ahead, punch nonstop. Just one round. Okay, now do it 3 rounds. And that, all right, now do it. Come on, man. Then you're going to understand. Just by punching the heavy bag, you'll be like, oh, man. I ain't even talking about no roll work. I ain't even talking about sparring. I ain't talking about the jump rope and the strength and conditioning. I ain't talking about, nah, man. I'm telling you, man, this is the hardest sport, man. This is the most dangerous sport ever, man. And people don't get the respect.
And I think piggybacking off of that, like the reason I asked the question is because I do see AJ, you know, these like a Usyk, you know what I'm saying, like a Dillian White, like, you know what I'm saying, like I see people like bringing at least capturing at least 1 belt. You know what I mean? And then it being more interesting, even though we want to see unification right now. And that's the whole thing. It's like, if they don't unify right now, then what the hell is going to happen? Because I don't think we're going to see a unification bout for years if they don't unify right now.
And the reason we say unification fight is because of Wilder. He refused to unify with anybody for how many years?
I would have. If I was Wilder, I would have took the less money. I don't care. I would have took that money. I would have took whatever they was giving. Not whatever, but what was it, like 60,
120 million.
I would have.
Yeah, that AJ money would have been good.
I would have took that money because I'll be thinking about legacy and me being AJ. Then I would have been. I'll get everything. The thing is that, and that's what I mean. For me, Al Heyman fighters, they don't care about legacy, in my opinion. They just care about the bag. Or he made them think about the bag.
Well, not even. That's why I brought up earlier. You know, Heyman has screwed his fighters off of big paydays and got them and screwed them over for Fox and Showtime.
At the end of the day, these fighters are happy, right? So who then? I mean, we can't care about their legacy more than they should care about theirs. You know, we can't. And that's what it's saying. And that's what it looks like. You know, us as fans, we're caring about their legacy more than them. You don't hear none of these guys complaining about Al Heyman.
Yeah, yo, you think Al Heyman's gonna make Deontay Wilder take the 3rd fight?
Yeah.
Right away, or he's gonna have to take 2 more fight? Yeah?
Nah.
You think he's gonna make it right away?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of these fighters don't want to take no tuna fight, man. Especially Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder don't got strong hands like he used to. He breaks his hand. His hands get swollen up.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, you think Wilder's ready mentally for the 3rd fight?
Yeah, I think he's ready mentally. It's only 1 loss. I think he actually could learn from this. You know,
right.
He's 35. How much could he possibly learn? He hasn't learned anything in 15 years.
Oh man!
But see, that's what I mean. Is he didn't.
You're just being negative right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, you mean that he learned something quick to be in the position that he is today. He must have been a fast learner to be in the position he is today. That's what I mean. You're not giving not even 1 cell of credit for Deontay Wilder to be in the position that he is in today.
And how old is Wilder? 34, right, bro? He's 34 years old, right?
He's 34, gonna be 35, and only lost 1 time.
Yeah, right.
And the guy that people think so highly of,
the best heavyweight in the world.
He knocked him down twice. And I'm gonna tell you like this, and this ain't no clout. This isn't because I believe. Look, I say it. Tyson Fury outboxed Deontay Wilder in the second fight. Yet, if this was somebody, if this was another ref, they would have stopped the fight as soon as this guy hit the mat. Because there's nobody lands in boxing
like that.
Lands on the canvas with his head, with his eyes closed for 5 seconds.
Tyson Fury said he only remembers 4. He was out for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, this could easily be one.
No ref. No, they would have called it off. A ref would have took the mouthpiece off his mouth so he could breathe. That's what another ref would have done. The way that Tyson Fury fell.
But he was trolling though.
Huh?
He was trolling. Fury?
Yeah.
When he went down on the second time?
Yeah.
Well, this can be said if there was a legit ref in the Ortiz versus one fight, that fight would have got stopped, or they wouldn't have interfered in Ortiz beating down on Wilder. Same thing with the Fury versus Wilder 2. That fight should have been stopped in the 5th round at latest, and the ref kept helping out Wilder the whole fight to prolong the fight.
Maybe the only part is that he was still swinging while he was dazed. He was trying to hold that he was still swinging. Now, if he was not swinging, that's when the referee stops the fight.
And he was the champ. You give the champ a little extra. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't think that it ever got to that point where he was not protecting himself at all. You know?
Yeah, it ain't got to that point. His legs was all over the place. He was trying to hold, but he was still. Yeah, it could have happened, but he stayed by the bell. And guess what he did after that? Yep. He came back and adjusted, gathered himself like a warrior, and then knocked out Luis Ortiz. He got to get credit for it. The same guy
when they literally kept Ortiz from finishing off Wilder, you able to give credit or Wilder credit for that, for having a crooked ref?
Come on, Khalil, man. You're not giving no credit at all. You think that this guy that just working 7-Eleven and just you're not giving no credit, Khalil. You listening to yourself? Not one credit.
What did I say is not factually correct?
What do you mean? Oh no, you haven't said that he knocked down 40 people, right? No, you're gonna say he ain't fight nobody. You haven't said that he makes 10 defenses. No, he ain't fight nobody.
You want to say he started when he was a grown man?
And again, what that I said was not factually correct.
Hater, bro.
The bomb slayer.
Hater, man. Come on.
Yeah. Come on. That's it. You just say that you're a hater. You know,
hater, bro. Come on.
Hey, it's not my fault. He makes it so easy to hate on his career when that's all he's shown us.
Come on, you can't. Hate.
Okay, you can't call me a hater when I'm only stating facts. If I start saying stuff that's not factually correct, then you call me a hater.
Yeah. But I'm spitting facts too. You spitting his feelings. He knocked out 40 people. That's facts or no?
That is facts.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say he didn't do that.
10 defensives. Yes or no? Did he get hurt versus Luis Ortiz, and then he came back and knocked out Luis Ortiz?
Without that crooked wrestling, what would have happened?
I'm talking about the facts.
And so am I.
Come on, man.
I disagree with any other stuff because there's nothing I can really argue with it. I could just say that, well, look at his competition he's fought. If Canelo fought that sort of competition, Canelo would have how many wins and all the knockouts?
I mean,
Canelo probably does have a lot of bumps in his resume.
Amateur fights.
You don't know what could happen.
Who's the bumps?
You don't know what could happen in boxing.
Mayweather could have said the same thing about Canelo. They was both 44 and they would both had the same amount of fights.
You don't know if there was more time in the 4th round that Emmanuel Lardy would have knocked out Earl Spence. Prescott knocked out Khan. Zab Judah lost early in his career. Like, yo, it happens in boxing when you could get.
Wait, but what bump did Canelo fight?
Huh?
What bump did Canelo? I'm asking the question to the other guy. You said Canelo fight bumps.
No, I didn't say Canelo fought bumps. I'm saying Mayweather could have said the same thing about Canelo. They both
okay, my bad.
No, I never said Canelo fought bumps. I said if Canelo fought the kind of competition Wilder fought, he would have all knockouts and be undefeated as well.
I thought Canelo's last fight was pretty trash. That wasn't the Crusher, Kovalev.
He went up 2 weight classes. If it was so easy to do, somebody else would have done it.
Kovalev is old and he's washed.
Nah,
Did he just beat?
I
Did
like
he just
that.
beat?
So
Didn't
So
Kovalev
you're
just
gonna tell me
beat 3 undefeated lightweight
Kovalev was the
lightweight
same-
fighters? One of them being a champion. Didn't Kovalev just do that before Canelo?
He beat a champion and probably future Hall of Famer. That was a good fight.
That's true, Punch, but he didn't fight the Kovalev that Andre Ward fought the first fight.
Yeah, but
that wasn't the Crusher.
But guess what? He knocked him out.
He didn't fight.
Yeah, it's good, but got way too much.
But that's my point. But that's my point on all of this is that we're just looking to discredit a win. He wasn't the same Kovalev because he lost to Alvarez and lost to Ward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Kovalev was winning the fight too.
He only lost 2 fights. You know.
Not according to the judges.
He did good.
Judges had Canelo winning.
He did good versus Yardy.
Yeah, he did.
He showed a lot of heart. When a lot of people that was the question about Kovalev. Does he got heart? He showed a lot of heart versus Yardy. When he was tired and he was about to get knocked out. What was it, in the 8th round? And he came back. Like these are the things that these are the things that the reason why people love the Rocky movie. When you get beat up and the guy goes down, and he comes back up and yay!
It's like watching a play.
Yeah, man, that's what I like.
That's what I like.
want a perfect fighter.
Oh, Wilder fights are good because he got these flaws, but you know what he is. He's a dangerous dude, knock you out at any time, but he can be beat.
Yeah, everybody could be beat. Everybody.
Man, I like what you said about these fighters should be lucky that feel happy that he doesn't have skills, man, because Wilder with skills would be unbeatable.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
He got. That's what I mean. He got skills, but if you go if you compare him to the Tyson Furies of the world, you might go and be like, probably no, he don't got the skills like that. But then he got something that Tyson Fury don't got. A lot of people got skills, but a lot of people don't got what Deontay Wilder got. Natural God-given power. And let's not forget that he's coming in the ring weighing like 210, 209 versus guys that weigh 250. He's giving up 50 pounds.
If I may I ask, GTS, we've been waiting for your ass, bro. Like what's going on? Like what's your opinion about this?
You was smoking an ounce.
I know, because he fell off for a second and came back.
I think somebody was backstage or something using my profile. I was in the chat charging my phone.
Oh,
but yeah, on the subject that you guys are talking about, legacy over money. I don't know that that's really a thing. I don't know anybody who's trying to get belts over money. That doesn't even really, whatever. What Wilder has is legacy and money. So I don't see what the issue is for real. Like, unification. That's one way to do it, but that's not the only way to do it. I feel like guys have their own. In boxing, guys have the opportunity to create their own lane and their own path. And I think that too many times we try to pigeonhole a fighter's progress and his own journey to find his legacy, and try to paint him and pigeonhole him with somebody else, the path that somebody else took.
That could be accurate as well.
But I think to be honest with you, I feel like a lot of people right now are, because some people are willing to take pay cuts, some are not, some are, and so when you look at those people that are trying to fulfill those legacy fights, when you look at people that take the hard road ahead and don't want the easy fights, like for example, a Teofimo Lopez. Right. I feel like some people are Canelo Alvarez, whether people agree or disagree. He wanted to get a title in a different weight division. Now, yeah, you forget about the WBC franchise shit. You know what I mean? Forget about that. Like the dude now he's calling people out and people are denying the contract. They don't want to fight him, even though he's taking a pay cut himself because the coronavirus. You know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, there are people that are willing to do that. Not everybody is, and that's the problem. Is the problem is that a lot of people are more people rather than the actual boxing champion are just looking for a payday or an excuse. They're looking as a payday as an excuse to avoid the person that they feel like they can lose against. That's my point of view.
You know, Andre Ward, yeah, I'm Oakland, right? You know, he's the last great to come out of here. He said, you know, get caught in the money game because that's how you feed your family. Don't get caught up in the name game because that won't feed your family. So, you know, this thing is still called prize fighting. This idea that guys want to take pay cuts, that's fine. That's their prerogative. I think it's sort of hypocritical for fans to expect that they're going to take a pay cut just to give them a fight that they want to see when they want to see it. And not hypocritical, just self-serving. Actually, it's not necessarily hypocritical, but it's very self-serving. If a guy wants to do that, that's cool. I don't think that they should be made to do that, and I don't think that fans should expect that happen.
But we're dealing with a pandemic, so it's a different situation. It's not the normal situation. You feel what I'm saying? So,
yeah. I'm just saying this in general, pandemic or not like before the even pandemic happened, one of the reasons that brought up one of the obstacles to Tio Loma getting made was money. They were saying that Loma wanted too much money and wasn't giving Tio enough money, right? And then everyone like did this whole backlash against Tio. Like I get it that guys want to see fights, guys are willing to take pay cuts, but that fight almost didn't happen because of money. Now it's almost not happening because of COVID, right? But I don't know that fans, to what I think the general point that Punch is making, I think fans maybe put too much responsibility on a fighter and without taking into account what that fighter actually has gone through, where they're at that moment in the career and what they're actually trying to accomplish.
Yeah. Look, that's fine and all, but there's also a cost to you want to protect, the way taking money over legacy, or you're just not finding, top of competition. Your legacy is going to suffer. That's their decision. They made a decision. I'm fine with it. If they're happy with that decision, that's fine. But it doesn't mean that we're required to not bash them for it. That's their decision to make their decision that they want to take money over legacy, or they want to take easy fights over real fights fun to see it. But now when the backlash happens, they can't be crying about, oh no, it's not fair that we're getting bashed.
I mean, who's crying about it? I'm a fan talking about other fans. This is not a fighter talking about fans. This is about me looking at it as it from a fan going, you guys are tripping. Like at no point do you give a guy any sort of room to actually make his own career because of your preferences. And who's to say that it's not a legacy fight? I feel like people are creating these false dichotomies with this whole idea about legacy. Like, just because you put more value on a fight over somebody else, that means somehow this is more of a legacy fight. I mean, I get it. I'm into unifications, but I'm not into unification to the point where sanctioning bodies dictate what a guy's legacy is. Like, they do to a certain extent, but to a certain extent, it's who you fight and what happened in the fight.
I think that the false dichotomy is from your standpoint, where you feel like someone was addressing you when he was addressing you, because he wasn't addressing you directly. Saying anything specific about you. He was saying as far as boxers in general. And so I think that it wasn't a debate on what he was just basically saying, as far as we're continuing with the topic of the boxers, not Get the Smoke, and his personal, because nobody knows Get the Smoke personally. You know what I mean? So I think that
Glenn, I think maybe something's getting lost in translation. By false dichotomy, I meant saying that it's either one thing or another, but it could be a third thing, right? And then the other part of it is when Khalil was talking, he was talking about fans backlash towards fighters. And for me, I wasn't, and I was the one making the statement, right? So when he came back to contradict my statement, I was just talking about fans on fans. I wasn't even talking about whether or not a boxer deserves to get backlash from fans. Like, a boxer is going to get backlash from fans, win, lose, or draw, no matter what he does, because at some point, it's an adversarial relationship between boxing fans and a particular fighter.
Give me 1 second, y'all. I can keep talking. Give me 1 second.
All right, yeah. So no, I didn't.
Smoke.
I didn't.
Oh, my bad,
okay.
Glenn. My bad.
No. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask Smoke. No, it's come fast. A quick question, Smoke. What you think about Felix Verdejo performance? Do you watch it? You know?
What I think of whose performance?
Felix Verdejo.
Was that tonight's fights?
Yeah. That was tonight.
Yeah, no, I missed tonight's fights. I had a friend come in from out of town, and so I missed all the fights tonight. I recorded them, and I'm gonna watch them later on, but I haven't seen them yet.
Well, it was quick. The fight ended real quick. Man. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
If anybody can talk about that, you know, what's your opinion about that?
I think Verdejo looks sensational, and I'm excited for that guy's career again, man. I thought it was over at one point.
It was so fast, huh?
Yeah, it was my first time seeing him. I wasn't hip on him, but yeah, it was sensational is the right word. I didn't see that coming. The other guy came out, you know, he was looking all good and shit. I'm like, all right, it's about to be a good fight.
All right, so if anybody, let me give a breakdown. And if nobody knew who Felix Verdejo was, this guy was like in the 2012 Olympics. He lost in the quarterfinals against Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko himself said, "Yo, this guy is the toughest guy that I face, and he's a young kid. When he becomes a man, everybody needs to watch out for him." And then he was. He right now he's like what is he? We know 24, 25, something like that.
I think he's 26.
27.
He's 26.
27. Look at that, man. He lost a couple. He lost a couple years. He got in a motorcycle accident. He was slacking off. You know, he had money. In Puerto Rico, they like to ride motorcycles and race on the strip. He had money. He had a motorcycle. He did that. He got in an accident, and then he started slacking on the boxing. And then he lost. He lost by KO his first fight, and nobody expected that because he was supposed to be the next thing.
Yep.
You know,
and first fight, right?
Yeah, so exactly. So then he went he moved to Las Vegas. He's been training. He turned vegan, all that crap, bro. And he got a Cuban trainer in the corner, a Cuban amateur trainer and all that. And he's just like on point right now. So he came out. He showed his steez. He got a 6-pack. He's ripped up. Like he looked like amazing today, bro. And he already had skills anyway. You know, he already had skills anyway. So imagine now that he's dedicated the way he is right now. You know?
What do you think about his jab, man? That jab was
first
looking
impression
amazing.
of him from seeing him today, man. He looks elite.
Yep. Yeah, he is elite.
And that was the problem, was the lack of discipline. You know what I'm saying? He needed a trainer that, you know, that could teach him well. Because the last trainer he was, Ricky Marquez, whatever his name was, he was more of an amateur. You know what I'm saying? This guy, the Cuban, where he's at, he's more of a pro. More of a teacher, you know, if anything, you know what I'm saying? So he needed to move down Puerto Rico. It was too much distracting for him. And you see, I noticed when he focused, he becomes a beast, the kid. You know what I'm saying?
I agreed with what Timothy Bradley said in the broadcast. That kind of looks like he has the best jab.
Jab, yeah.
Oh yeah, his jab is a stiff jab. He has like a hard, stiff jab. You know. Oh,
it's like a Trinidad jab, like boom, boom. Boom, you know, and it wobbles him, you know what I mean? It wobbles the contender to the point where he could set up everything else. But you have to have a stiff jab in order to keep him more balanced like that.
And I wanted to ask you, what weight did he fight in today? Because was it a
140.
Weight?
It was 140.
Yeah, because he weighed in at 135.9, the weigh-in.
You know, but you know, honestly speaking, I don't know if that was afterwards or what, because I could have sworn, because he's a lightweight. So that is facts.
But a lightweight is 135.
And well, I mean, if he's 135,
I think it might have been a catch weight at 136 or something.
If it was, then okay, then you know, I stand to be corrected. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with that, but. Honestly speaking, from what I understood, that he was fighting at 140. But if he fought at because I know it was over 135, and I understood that he was fighting at 140.
It was 135 today.
It was 135. Okay. So I stand corrected then. I apologize for that.
Which it doesn't really matter. I mean, 135, 140. There's a lot of fights around those weights.
Yeah. No, but it makes a big difference though, because if he's at 135, now you're talking about Devin Haney, Lomachenko. You talk about a whole division that's stacked up right now.
Yeah. It's real hot. It's a very hot division.
Yeah.
Would actually like to see him fight Fortuna or Linares.
Yeah, man.
Campbell.
Yeah. See, I was comparing him to Josh Taylor earlier, Regis Progrades and shit like that, because I swore it was 140. But if I stand corrected right now, then that makes it even like a bigger, even a bigger playing field right there, because now you're talking about even more people.
Yes, sir.
Who's at 135 though that you think is going to actually stay at 135?
There's some people that have to.
Luke Campbell and Linares. Loma said he's going down.
For who?
Who's
For
going
nobody.
down,
For Loma. For Loma.
I think after this coronavirus, he's gonna stay at 35.
So Loma Fimo's not happening.
I don't know what is happening. I'm just saying that neither Loma nor Tio are talking about staying at 135. Loma's talking about going down. Tio's talking about going up.
Tank, Ryan, you know what I mean? Tank, Ryan. There's more fights. I mean,
Tank is talking about fighting Leo. Tank is talking about fighting Leo at 130, and Ryan is definitely talking about moving up.
Yeah, but if Tank fight, if he's at 135 right now, he want to fight Leo at 130. He's gonna have to move back up to 135 because he's only doing that for Leo.
I think his real weight is actually 130. I think his focused weight is 135. Right?
Who would Tank?
Yeah.
You think he's a natural 130?
Tank be struggling, man. Tank be struggling. What are you talking about? He's struggling all the time.
I don't think 135 is his weight, is what I'm saying. I mean, he could stay at 135. I hear you. But if that sparring session, I don't think he's even lightweight in that last sparring session we saw him have. That didn't look like a 135 guy. I actually don't know what Tank's weight class is, but I don't think it's 135. But who knows what he's going to have. So let's throw Tank in there. So Tank is going to be at 135, even though he's talking about fighting his next fight at 130. We got Linares and we got Campbell. Who else?
Fortuna.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it may be stacked for a second, but I think all those guys are just passing through.
A dedicated tank. A dedicated tank is 126, 130. A real professional. If Tank was a real professional, he'll be making 126, 130 easy. He's short, small. The only thing he's got money
kind of has a stocky deal
discipline.
Too. Yeah, probably 130.
Wait, him Jojo Diaz is there too? In 130 or 135? Forgot.
130.
What weight class Jojo Diaz fighting?
I think it's 130 for Jojo.
He's
126.
Yeah, he got that off with Tevin Farmer. 130.
Right.
That's another one, Tevin Farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's at 130. We're talking about lightweights, right?
Right.
Oh, you were specifically 135? Yeah.
He thinks all those guys are just passing through. I think Verdejo has the body to fight at 140 too, so he could just move up. Chase anybody.
Yeah.
Wait, you want Loma to move up? You tell me the same guy
No.
who has...
No. He said Verdejo.
Oh, sorry about that. I just came back and I heard Loma. I'm like, move up.
No, you talking about Felix Verdejo.
No, yeah, I'm saying Loma said he's moving down. He said the 135 is too big. He's going back down. He's not a natural lightweight, so he wants to unify. He wants to become undisputed and then go back to 130.
He's gonna retire soon.
Who?
Loma.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Taylor's gonna knock him out.
Yo, remember, man, he had almost 400 amateur bouts. And
but you know what? What did he say about fucking Verdejo, though? That's what I'm trying to tell the panel right now, because a lot of people don't know about him.
It's a hell of a compliment coming from Loma, man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, and don't get me wrong, like Loma's not indestructible, but he at least he had his run. They called him No Maschenko during his run. You know what I mean? I thought Walters was gonna beat him. You know what I mean? And this guy made him quit on the stool. I mean, he really did his thing during his prime. I don't think he's in his prime anymore. But I don't know, how long he lasts. But I think that Felix Verdejo would definitely give him a run for his money.
I thought Gary Russell was going to be.
I mean, that was the rivalry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Top Man made that famous. That's how they knew. Because of Lomachenko.
What are the big names?
Yeah.
What are the big names in the 130 for Lomachenko?
Gary, like what your boy was just saying, Gary Russell Jr. Should, like if he was to fight him again, I think there would be probably a different outcome. You know what I mean? Like maybe. You know, I'm not
Think
sure.
so?
The thing is,
Gary Russell Jr.'s been inactive though.
I think Loma probably stops.
Yeah, Glenn.
Now what?
Gary Russell Jr.'s been inactive. Yeah,
well,
gets a
you,
fight,
you know that's a good point. That's a good point. He has like what 5 fights in 5 years. Like that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I can't argue with that.
The other issue is he's never fought above 126 pounds either.
But he's
Loma's not going back to 126.
But he's a gym rat. He's a gym rat. He stays.
I would love to see Shakur Steven. Like if Loma going down, I would love to see Shakur Steven Loma at 130.
How come everyone says Burchell Tank at 130, but nobody says Burchell Loma at 130? What's up with that?
I always say that. I always mention Burchell. I always say, yo, man, if people don't really talk about Miguel Burchell, I don't know why. He's been defended the title 9 times already. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see Miguel Burchell versus Shakur Stevenson. That's the fight I would like to see.
I think it's just because of power punches. Because when it comes to skills, I think that nobody wants to really see anybody against Loma. Because when you think about skills, you're talking about a guy that does hops. You know, he hops on his hands and hits a tennis ball attached to a string from his head. You know what I mean? Like that's unheard of before. You know, so I think that when you're talking about technique and skill, it's a little intimidating when you see that. Versus somebody that when you're just talking about throwing power, you know.
Then it doesn't look
unify 135.
Then it doesn't look too intimidating to the people that he lost and got knocked down. So he's not. No, I'm saying he doesn't look as intimidating because he lost already and got knocked down. So he doesn't look. And Pedraza laid hands on him, so he doesn't look that intimidating.
Yeah. You talking about Loma? Yeah. That's true. That's true. Like some people may want to get in there and you know collect that check because they think they got it, you know. But that's what makes everything intriguing, you know. That's what's interesting about it.
Do you think that he's been struggling lately?
At this 135 division, facing these long fighters that got all this reach on them, like somebody with his same reach, he gets really disgusting. He gets really nasty.
Yeah, man.
He start cutting corners, doing all that crazy fucking footwork on him and shit.
That's that Pacquiao shit.
Yeah. He'll do well if he goes back down.
It was hard for people to fight Pacquiao though. First he's a southpaw, and then it's like who you got a spar to mimic a Pacquiao.
Yeah,
So
nobody got that footwork.
That's what it is.
That dude pick up speed.
What do you think about Loma Teofimo? How do y'all see that fight playing out?
I got Loma winning that fight.
Which one?
I got Teo by knockout.
I got Fimo.
I wouldn't be surprised if Fimo knocked him out early. Like early as fuck.
I think boxing needs Fimo to win, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh hell yeah!
It'd be
Boxing
dope.
needs
I'll be rooting for Teo.
He's only young, and it'll be good for the market, you know.
I think it's bigger than that. I think it needs because if Teofimo Lopez beats Lomachenko, then he sets the trend. He sets the bar. Now everybody got to pay attention. Yeah, get your money, but you got to pay attention to legacy because Teofimo Lopez is doing it. Now everybody, if he beats Lomachenko, now everybody got to be like, yo. Now we're gonna be questioning everybody who they fighting. We're always gonna be like, well, Loma did this. Well, Teofimo Lopez did this. Teo did this. Teo did this. Now we're gonna be looking at that. He's gonna set the bar. That's why I need Teofimo Lopez to beat Lomachenko.
Okay, this is what I mean by the false dichotomy of legacy over money. Is there a bigger money fight for Teo than Loma?
No.
Well, then why is it this whole thing about legacy when we know it's also a money fight? That's my point.
Yeah,
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they create these narratives. Like a guy, for me, I don't know of a big money fight that isn't legacy building. Like they don't go hand. They're not mutually exclusive ideas.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
But is there going to be a trilogy? Is there going to be some kind of rematch clause? And that's the whole thing. That's when it becomes legacy.
If Teo
it also could be about money too.
Ain't sticking around.
Yeah, it could
Well,
be
you could
money,
be like
but
Charlo, who takes subpar competition, takes a lower base pay to fight somebody who's not as good, loses money off of that. You could just do that as well.
it could
Which
it could
Charlo you talking about?
it could be money, but I don't think that Teofimo Lopez been calling out Lomachenko for 2 years because he want to get that money fight with Lomachenko. I think it was more of a competitive thing. I want the best. There are fighters out there that do lie that they I just want to fight the best, but then I think this one is real because he don't need this fight.
Right. I mean, who is calling out the best guy that isn't the biggest money fight? Right. I mean, that maybe you can say something like that, but in the case of Teofimo and Loma, you could say Loma might be doing it for legacy over money, but then at the same time, Loma might just be getting money regardless. I don't know. For me, I don't like them being at odds with each other in the way that people talk about them, because I feel like these money fights are legacy fights. Like, I don't know of a big legacy fight that does not also represent the most money that you can make.
Hey guys, I heard
Conor
that
McGregor.
if Loma wins, he's undisputed, but if Teo wins, he's not. How does that work? Can someone explain?
That's that fucking franchise bullshit. But if he wins, we all know what it is.
Yeah,
He undisputed in my book.
Look, nobody knows how to be undisputed anymore because of the franchise belt. Let's be frank about it.
And we boxing fans, we know we know who we're gonna look at as undisputed. Yeah, he's gonna be having the belt. He's a belt holder. I always say that he's a belt holder.
Yeah, we know what it is. We know what it is.
In my eyes, he's not a champion. He's a belt holder.
The two-man email. Yeah.
Haney.
The two-time email champion.
I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, man. I mean, so yo, quick question for y'all then. This is everybody paused on that one, right? So let's say did anybody watch the fight today as far as the real Big Baby Miller, or not the real Big Baby Miller, but the real Big Baby Anderson?
I caught the highlight.
Okay, so now he's talking about the real Big Baby, you know what I'm saying? And he got like 5 fights, 5 KOs, you know what I'm saying? So what y'all think about him?
I didn't even see him.
Yeah, I didn't
How
see
big
him.
is he? Is he Big Baby Miller size?
Yo, it's heavyweight. It's heavyweight, and he's pretty fucking solid.
He's
What
good.
are you walking around at? Like what weight?
And like he was what 240 today, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
He's good. He's
What's his
good.
name?
I don't see him. I don't see him
You
special.
still gotta see more fights on him.
It was Jared, the real Big Baby Anderson.
He good, but I don't see him as special.
Yeah, I don't see him either. I told you that, Glenn, the other day.
Yeah, no, but that's why I'm asking the panel though, because I'm
Yeah.
asking the panel because we was at a standstill. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so I'm just trying to like bring up some conversation.
I got you, bro.
I don't think too much. I don't think people think too highly of him.
I didn't see him. I gotta check him out.
What's your guys'
I've never
prediction
seen him
on Chocolatito versus Estrada? Who you guys have winning that fight?
I
wanna
like
see
that.
that
Fight.
one.
It's a hard one. 50-50.
I'm gonna go with Chocolatito, man. See,
50-50.
I'll go.
I don't like. I don't like the way.
Estrada.
I don't like the way Chocolatito was written off. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Estrada just because at least he like takes a step back. You know, he actually does some kind of defensive moves that I think helps him win, like maintains a space that actually helps him win fights. So
Don't forget, Chocolatito beat him in the first fight. You know.
Yeah, but Estrada's been looking pretty good lately.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm about to start some drama right now. I just watched that guy, the Felix guy, and I'm looking at his jab. How's it any better than Ryan Garcia's jab?
Ryan Garcia's jab is like
Oh, come on.
Dude, come on.
Listen, which I'm not actually saying that it is the best at 135. I'm just saying that it looked good to me.
I mean, it looked good. I like Ryan Garcia good. I think that Timothy Valley was just hyping it up. I mean, it's a good jab, but this is the best jab. And
Maybe that was a little bit too much.
Yeah, Tyrell be
It was
bugging out,
sharp.
you know.
All his punches were sharp, really.
Bradley should be a promoter. That's how he talks in the commentating booth. I know. I think Bob Arum be like, go get him, Timmy, go get him.
Timmy, the company man. Definitely.
Yeah,
but hold up, that was Kilowatt, right? That was Kilowatt that just mentioned that.
Yeah, I just watched both their fights back to back. Garcia's latest fight and Felix's latest fight, and I actually think Garcia's jab looked better than Felix's.
Okay, so right now,
I actually agree with.
What do you think? What do you think about that knockout though, with the undefeated fighter? Because he was undefeated.
He was 15-0.
Well, I don't know who the other fighter was. I haven't followed his thing, so like being undefeated doesn't mean as much unless you actually have names to back it up.
You got to come up with all the information at once. You know what I mean? Like you got to take everything into consideration. So the guy was undefeated, and he just knocked him out in the first round with an uppercut, stiff jab. You know what I'm saying? Uppercut, right hook, right cross, left hook. You know what I mean? Like obviously that was a dope ass knockout.
And another thing, Glenn, I want to say, a lot of fans gave up on him too. You know what I'm saying, Glenn?
Yeah.
A lot of fans they didn't lost belief on him. You know what I'm saying?
Because they stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Us boxing fans, we got the most loyal fans ever, bro. Not even baseball fans do this shit. You know, a basketball fan, football fan do this bullshit.
One loss.
You know what I'm saying?
It's that Mayweather effect, man.
Yeah, watching the guy fight,
the Mayweather
like his
effect.
offense, but I was a little worried about his defense.
It's different when you're rooting for one guy versus rooting for a team, right? Because a team, you can switch all the players out, and still, it's not personality driven. Whereas in boxers, you're following that one guy. So when he loses, your hopes and dreams go every single fight, and for the duration of the career, and you just multiply that over the entire sport.
But that's why I always used to say it's not if you win and lose, it's how you win and lose. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: every time Sean Porter loses, he gets a standing ovation.
Real talk. Sean Porter
is how you lose.
Yeah, but he also has really no fans, right? Like Sean Porter fighting by himself, and Sean Porter versus Ugas. You see what the crowd looked like.
Yeah, 83 people. It was like 83 people out there.
Yeah. He can get a standing ovation from the 83 people, but no one's checking for Sean Porter fight.
I am.
Yeah, when he fights somebody else.
Fuck, I'll check for all of them. I'll check for Tony Harrison.
I mean, listen, I'm not mad at you, and I'm not saying what kind of fan you are. I'm just saying in general, the masses of boxing fans. Not whether or not
I'll pay.
Not whether or not Adrian Broner still has a fan left or something.
I don't care.
Adrian Broner has a lot of fans. Do not trash on Adrian Broner's fan because he has a lot of them. That guy knows how to sell tickets.
I don't care what anybody say. I love the way I was entertained by Harrison and Charlo, the promotion. I'll pay for the pay-per-view just because they did their thing in promoting that fight.
I would love to see a third fight.
That was on actual free TV. That wasn't even pay-per-view. That was straight on Fox.
No, that's what I said. I said that's why I said that I will pay for pay-per-view the third fight.
They're gonna make the third fight at pay-per-view. You know that.
I will pay for it because they did their work.
So wild.
I'll pay for it too.
That second fight.
I admire what they did to him.
Yeah, Charlo already admitted that he's not fighting a third fight, but I would pay for that as well.
I love, man. I became a fan of Tony Harrison, not even more.
I became a fan of Charlo.
Yeah, he has a good trash talking too. I like.
Yeah, he became a fan of it. He thought that was the whole fight. Then he got knocked the fuck out.
Yo, that shit was
he was doing good though in that.
He was
doing good.
I know he was. He's doing real good. Right before he got knocked the fuck out, like you saw him sliding down that razor blade for like 3 rounds before it was before it's over.
Am I the only one who think it's funny how all these boxers work so hard to protect their O, while you have fighters like Charlo who got an O and not going to get paid because of his losing his O?
But he said he's not getting paid. Like, where's this idea coming from about these guys' money and like them taking lower base salaries and all this stuff? Where do you get that from?
Well, seeing how we're all talking about we would pay to watch Charlo versus Harrison 3, that's enough said. You get paid if you can sell tickets and people want to see Charlo versus Harrison 3.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with what the networks are actually paying?
Seeing how the third one would probably be a pay-per-view, the network has nothing to do with it because it'd be a pay-per-view fight. And guess what? Their fights are going to sell out. All these fighters are not trying to lose their fight because they want to get quote unquote paid. But yeah, Charlo himself proved that as long as you have a really good showing in your loss, you could actually turn that loss into a win because you're going to start making more money because people are going to want to see you more. Now, Charlo's one of the hottest tickets in boxing right now. Why? Because of his loss, not because he was winning.
And to answer France in the chat, just before you continue, Smoke, to answer France in the chat, yes, I would pay pay-per-view for Provodnikov versus Bradley if they came out of retirement to fight each other again. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, what certain fans pay for versus the market for a fight are not really the same things. But also, really, the idea was, for me, the idea is, are we just going to turn our nose up at all of the money that the networks are actually offering for these fights, and then say that they're not, that money isn't there? Like $130 million per year to put on cards is a pretty big chunk of change.
Outside of Canelo, who's really getting $130 million a year to fight?
PBC. PBC is getting $130 million to put on championship fights on Showtime and Fox.
But that's paid between all the cards, not between each fighter.
I said championship fights, right? $130 million for championship fights. There's other non-championship fights also, but he's a champion. But my point, my overall point is, how are we assuming that these guys aren't getting paid to put fights on these networks?
I never assume that they're not getting paid. I know they're getting paid.
Punch, you okay? You look sleepy.
Yeah. I got like 3 more minutes.
Okay, who on PBC makes anywhere near amount Canelo money or AJ money?
Those are the biggest names.
Look, I'm gonna be. We gotta keep it honest, man. We don't know exactly how much PBC fighters are making, but we know they're getting paid. But we don't know exactly. The only way you'll know.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure the narrative about how little they're getting paid. That's really what it is. It's like there's a disconnect for me when I'm looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the fights they're putting on, and then all of a sudden I'm supposed to think that the guys aren't getting paid. Like, where does that come from?
Nah. Trust me. I remember when I told you something. I said I seen a check, and it's way different than what they put on TV. I'm gonna say it like this: these dudes are getting quadruple more than what was reported.
But how long is that going to keep happening? Because right now, like, Fox is canceling PBC cards. They're canceling shows.
Now
they didn't cancel cards. The budget isn't about the actual TV show. The budget was to put on cards. The cards haven't been canceled outside of COVID, right? So it's not that Fox is canceling boxing. There's a pandemic that is canceling boxing.
Well, you're sort of wrong, because part of the revenue for Fox is those pre-fight shows. Those are a big part of, they probably make almost as much on those pre-fight shows as they do actual fight, because they get paid from ads, not from pretty much anything else.
Correct. They get paid from ads, not from the shows. You just killed your own argument.
No, I didn't, because if they're cutting the shows, that means they're going to also cut their budget as well from it, because guess what? The revenue's not going to be there because they're losing the shows.
Right. That has absolutely nothing. One has nothing to do with the other. Oh, wait. All right. So advertisers buy their they do their ad buys quarterly. They don't do it by the show. That's not even how it works at all. I mean, they definitely have a thing about pilots. There's a pilot week where you can come and you can buy your time for the new shows that come out, and you can also re-up for any specific broadcast. But the reason why advertisers give money to networks is because of their viewership, because they already have a built-in viewership base. It has absolutely nothing to do with whether or not that show particularly made money. They don't pay you after the fact. They pay you before the fact. The budget happens beforehand.
But part of the budget comes from the shows as well, for the fights themselves, because that's part of the whole basket, because they use the fights. I mean, they use the pre-fight interviews, which sell ads, to also fund the actual fights themselves.
No, they don't. The ad revenue is there already. Like, that's the whole point of this. Like, they got the budget in 2018. They hadn't even put on a fight yet. The fights happen from the annual budget, and then you get your budget renewed based on your performance. You don't get paid based on your performance. The budget's already there beforehand.
If the shows, which are talk shows, are being canceled, that means there's going to be overall less revenue for the whole boxing package. That's a part you're missing out on. Pay attention.
Okay, I think that you need to just understand the fact that the budget for putting on cards is different than the budget to put on a show, which is also different for the budget for pay-per-view. So when I talk about the budget to put on cards on network TV, that's what I'm talking about. You are conflating that budget with other budgets that they also have.
It's part of the same pot because they're using the pre-cards, which also bring in revenue. When you lose overall revenue, your budget goes down. I don't know if you ever dealt with business. Because everybody's dealt with business. When your overall revenue goes down, so does your budget. And if they're putting down shows, which brings in revenue, that means their overall budget is going to go down. I don't know how much I could dumb this down. You guys, anybody knows business?
Okay.
When revenue goes down, so does the budget.
What you don't understand is that the budget is reviewed over time spans. It's not event by event. It's not like after Charlo they re-examine whether or not the budget needs to be what it is. They may do it quarterly. They may do it annually. Who knows at what intervals they actually are looking at.
Talking about fight by fight. I'm talking about overall budget.
I know that you don't know what I'm talking about. I know that you don't know what I'm talking about. But this is how corporate budgets work. The way you get your budget cut is by perhaps not spending all of your budget, or not meeting your performance-based goals, or the budget disappears. What you're saying is the budget is disappearing because of COVID. Nope, that's actually not what's happening. That's happening to a certain extent, right? Because, and you see that worldwide, you see that platform-wide across the industry with the way that they're doing sweeps weeks, right? So yes, there is a dip in the advertising, in the overall base of advertising money, right? There's a dip in that. Definitely, no doubt. But does that have anything to do with whether or not the budget for PBC is based on whether or not the PBC's budget gets renewed because of Charlo? No.
When did I once mention COVID? I didn't mention COVID. I said Fox PBC shows are actually being canceled, just like Sean Porter's show that he had on Fox, which factors into the PBC budget because it's part of their package. So obviously their revenue is going to go down, which means their budget is going to to go down. I'm not talking about fight basis. I'm talking about overall structure because they're canceling shows.
Gentlemen,
the reason why the budgets are cut.
Gentlemen, hold on, baby. I'm gonna let you guys continue. I just want to say good night to all you brothers. I think that you guys are actually arguing the same point, but different views. But I love you all, you know what I mean? And have a great night. And I'm chopping it off because I'm tired and I feel like you guys are arguing the same point. But I think you guys didn't realize that you both were knowledgeable before you started arguing, and now you're clashing heads on the same point.
Hey, no, we're not arguing the same point. The issue, peace, Glenn. But I'm just saying that the reason why these budgets are cut is because of COVID. It's an industry-wide thing across platforms, across all kinds of shows. There, any show that has a high production cost, or has a bunch of, or haven't been around for a long time, or have a bunch of people in the studio. All of those shows, like studio-based shows, are an issue with this pandemic, right? And that's what this is, right? That's one of the issues. And also, it hasn't been around for a long time. There's been a huge gutting of the rosters across all networks because of COVID.
Hey guys, I'm about to fall asleep real bad.
Buenas noches, mi hermano, oíste.
Yo, thanks
Yo
for
me voy también, estoy cansado, bro.
Yo, tomorrow, man, I'm going.
All right, night, everybody.
Catch you later.
Thanks.
Good night, Smoke. Good night, everybody.
Appreciate you.
Guido, over, yo, good looking out, man. Love y'all. Peace out. God bless.
Peace.